Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Mill. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today. You know what, Reid? You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
So sometimes I start thinking about unusual things. My mind might go to a sort of an unexpected place without even me having much control over it. Or I start to think about interesting things that could have happened or weird coincidences. And quite frankly, maybe things that can never even be proven. But I was thinking how, you and I have known each other now a little over a year. We've been doing the show together for almost a year. We're very close colleagues. It's almost a friendship, some would say. And I was wondering though, so 1995 to 1998,
Great years.
would have it been possible? Now maybe you weren't quite in this role yet. Would it have been possible that someone rented a video from me at one of the Blockbuster videos I worked at and went home and watched that film on a couch they bought from you at Yvonne's Furniture? Would have that been possible?
This is diabolical.
I mean,
Yes.
Now, the one that they specifically bought from you as a salesperson between 95 and 98, or were you too young?
Okay, no, that was in my wheelhouse of my early days at Yvonne's. I would have been in grade 6, 7, and 8 during those years.
No, from 95 to 98?
Sorry. 9, 10, and 11.
Grades 9, 10, and 11.
So what Blockbuster? What part of the city?
I see. I'm glad you asked. I don't know if I ever told you this. I worked at 4 different Blockbusters. I was at the Strathcona Blockbuster for about a year.
Strathcona, that's kind of by the Horse or MKT.
Yes, it's a block
McDonald's.
over. Yeah, it's 79th Ave in between Calgary Trail and Gateway.
Okay.
Then Heritage opened as a news store, and I applied to be an assistant manager. I got that. Then I got transferred to Collingwood. Then I got transferred to Oliver. And about that time, I got into Nate, and I said, look, I'm not going to work full time while I'm going to school. And I got moved back to Strathcona as like a part-time worker. So I worked at 4 different Blockbusters. So what are the chances of I rented somebody a movie and then they took it home and sat on a piece of furniture that they got from you at I'm sure it happened that somebody rented a movie and they sat on a furniture that they got at Yvonne's Furniture.
Very
specifically
likely.
One they would have bought for you. What are the odds? We'll never know. It's unprovable.
No, we could prove it if we just keep talking. 95 to 98, that would have been when Yvonne's was on 51st Ave and 99th Street. So that could have catered the what was the one, South Edmonton?
Heritage. And there was a Southgate store just off Calgary Trail and 51st Ave.
See, we had a lot
of
customers from that 23rd Ave, 111th Street area south. That's Black Mud Creek.
Yeah.
A lot of deliveries into that area. So I would say it's 100%.
I'd say it's 100%.
100%.
That someone specifically got a movie at my till that I scanned and checked out, and then they sat on a piece of furniture that you specifically, like, were you doing sales in grades 9 through 11?
Yes.
You were actually doing sales?
But nobody respected me. I was so young.
What about your family members?
Yes, my mom and dad would have been there. My brother would have been there as well. And I can assure you one other thing, Reid, that this couch that was bought from me either would have been in a hunter green.
Okay.
Micro suede and microfiber was just new on the scene at that point. So it exploded.
You knew all this in high school.
Yes. So it would have been in a hunter green.
Yeah.
A mocha or chocolate brown.
Popular color of the time.
Or a black fabric called Fantasia.
Oh, of course.
So everybody's seen a couch that had Fantasia fabric on it. It's black and it's got like little whips, snippets of color running through it, like firework like. But it's like a black velour.
Okay.
So yes, I can even narrow it down that it would have been one of those 3 or 4 colors.
Wow. So when you were working in high school,
probably the 2700 series from Skyline Furniture in Calgary
all of this
with the ram's horn show wood on the front of it.
So when you were working in high school, and I assume you looked like a high school student.
Yeah.
You didn't look like you were 35 or something.
Fair
Would
enough.
customers ever kind of give you that attitude like, oh, can I talk to a real salesperson?
Yes.
Yeah.
They'd give you where's the adult here?
Okay.
I need to talk business.
And then you'd be like, what would you do? I know my furniture. What would you say?
No, I'd go get, my mom or my dad and be like, another jackass out here who doesn't appreciate my work.
Right.
Can you come help close?
But you
this?
were comfortable closing sales and being a salesperson as like a 15-year-old.
Very.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very comfortable.
And you knew the inventory quite well.
Oh, yeah.
Just by osmosis, or you'd study it?
By living in it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
When you live it, it just is on your mind. We never had an inventory system once. We never had like a scan, ding, ding.
Right.
It was all up here.
You or your parents or everybody?
Well, my dad and my mom, and then eventually me.
Right.
Hey, Jay, you'd get a call at 7:30 at night because the stores were open until 8.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, do we have the 6493 dinette in stock?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got one in the back, and then we got 4 in the warehouse as well. Okay, good. You would just know those things. You had to. But that was the thing. Yeah, we got one left. That's what I would always say.
Oh, you would always say that to the customer.
Well, because we have one in the store. They don't know that we may have 20 more in our warehouse. But right now, I have one left at the store.
Physically that they can take with them.
Yes.
Immediately.
Oh, honey, one left.
Yeah.
We better jump on this.
Yeah. And would you ever say, I can probably knock $20 off? Would you ever do that?
No, I would never encourage that. If it was brought to me,
yeah.
This is a lesson. This is a life lesson for anybody. Benny, turn your headphones up. If you are buying a car, buying furniture, anything that's over $1,000, if you're buying it, if you don't ask for a discount, you're doing yourself a disservice. There is a very high likelihood that you will get some form of a discount, whether it be GST or free delivery. Remember when you were buying your elliptical? Yeah. I was like, Reid, you gotta wheel these guys a bit. Get them to deliver it for free. If you don't ask, that's on you. If you ask, you'll most likely have something that they can do.
Okay.
Yep. Life lessons with Jay Milne.
All right. So anyway, that was a random thought I had and probably happened at some point. So you were hardcore selling at that age. So that's perfect. That's perfect.
Where was the West End one? You said Collingwood?
The one I worked at was Collingwood. There was also one, where was it? Well, there was another new one that opened, Signature Place, and then there was one just called West End. I can't remember where it was.
Where's Collingwood? Sorry.
So it was, I want to say 178th Street and 90th Ave, maybe?
Okay.
In that neighborhood? No.
That's La Pearl.
No, it wasn't that close to the mall, because that is the mall. It might have been 178th Street and maybe 60-something Avenue.
Ah, south of the White Mud.
Because I lived at that time just off White Ave, so I would go down to the White Mud, take the White Mud to 178th, and then go up a little bit. Some here, 6655 178th Street is what MapQuest is saying. So yeah, you just come off the White Mud a bit, I believe.
Yeah, that's Collingwood.
And then get on the Collingwood. And then there was another one further north of that, I believe. And then I think one opened, I think the Signature Place one was 149th in that neighborhood there.
Signature Place, that sounds
I think
fancy.
that's what it was called. Yeah. And the Heritage one and the Signature Place one didn't look like the other Blockbusters. They were a little bit different in terms of the coloring and the flooring and having giant TVs on the back wall and all that kind of stuff. It's quite fascinating, Jay.
Were you expected to pay for your uniform?
I think at one point we got shirts that might have had a logo on them, but
Do you have those still?
No, I do not, Jay.
That'd be awesome.
It would be. At the time, you don't think about, I'd like to have this when I'm 51 and working with Jason Milne. I didn't think of that at the time. So anyway, somebody out there probably rented a movie for me and went home and sat on a couch or a piece of furniture that had been sold to them by Jason Milne. What a truly incredible world we live in. Hey, thanks for checking out the show this afternoon. Ben Thompson is here as well. We have coming up at 4 o'clock, Kion Julien-Grant. What a turnaround for him. Elks receiver drops a pass against Hamilton, gets 2 touchdowns, including the game winner against the Alouettes on Friday. We had a great nasty bash at the St. Albert Rugby Club. Thanks to Fergie and company for welcoming us there. We'll talk about that as we move along. I went to both Edmonton Riverhawks games on the weekend. They lost Saturday, won the series yesterday. They host the North Final tomorrow against the Bellingham Bells. Then it's a single game now. The first round was best of 3. Now it's single game. So we'll have their head coach Jake Lanferman on the show as well. How, by the way, Jay, is your preparation going? A week from now, you will have been a half marathon completor.
Yeah, that's the goal.
You'll do it.
Yeah, I know. I'll get into it.
Is this part of your fired up?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll get into it for fired up because there's a story to this one. I went and I completed at your suggestion. You said, Jay, you got to do at least a minimum of a 15K leading up to this, right? Like in the nearing closing, stages of your training. So I went and did that on Saturday morning.
Okay.
That's why I left the Nasty Bash early. I was a good boy.
Oh, right, good. Okay.
I knew I had stuff to do Saturday morning, and it just turned into a giant you-know-what show.
Okay, so we'll talk about that in a few minutes for Fired Up. Happy to hear from you, of course. Now, here's how you can reach us. You can email jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. You can text the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999. That's presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Happy Hour features $5.25 drinks. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can listen, and thank you if you're doing this, through the streaming applications, iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio. If you'd like a visual element of the program as well, then get us on our YouTube channel, Edmonton Sports Talk. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and you can post on the right-hand side of the screen. We call it the nasty chat. You do not have to be nasty or say nasty things to jump in there. And a lot of times it winds up to be audience members speaking with each other as much as with us. Now, if you are on YouTube, or if you have time to jump into YouTube from one of the audio streaming apps this afternoon, remember, hit that thumbs up button with your mouse.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Yeah, we'll try to get to 100 thumbs. We've been doing pretty good in that department, even if we're not getting to 100, pretty close. So obviously, different vibes for people in the summer months for sure, but that's okay. Rip City Step, should I buy the warranty, Jay?
Never.
I agree.
Nope. It's a scam.
Would you offer a warranty?
We offered warranty through us. We'd say, look, if something goes wrong, we'll repair it for free. You just got to get it back to us, but we'll do the labor. We'll take care of it. Like if barring it's your dog chewed
you
corner
ruined it
in
yourself
the
or something. Yeah.
But if you sit down and you hear a crack, well, bring it in. We'll repair it. A lot of times in a frame of a piece of furniture, sometimes there'd be a knot that went unnoticed in the factory, and not then we just take the upholstery back, strengthen it. And,
you got to cut those knots off.
But we never, we used to sell these ones, they were called protection plans. And for a customer to actually get the protection plan company to replace their furniture because they spilt wax on their table or put it was a struggle.
All right. So don't get the warranty.
Just buy from good people that will take care of you. Bronco Nick says, guaranteed that I rented a movie from Reid, the Collingwood one. And he says, I never bought furniture from Yvonne's. Your loss. Bones says, safe to say Jay was not a lazy boy.
Oh. Who's that coming from?
Bones.
That's really good. That is really good. I remember once, I don't know what we were buying, TV or something like that. And the salesman said to my dad, so are you interested in a warranty? And my dad goes, oh, so you're telling me the TV's going to break?
Oh, what a rebut. Yes.
We did not get the warranty.
Yeah. Why are you selling a warranty, bruh?
Yeah.
Is this garbage?
What's so wrong with your product there?
Is this product stolen?
Hey?
Huh?
Yeah, that'd be great. Best Buy or something like that. Who stole this product? And and pawned it off on Best Buy. All right. Before I read the tag for the off-topic topic, Jay, I was wondering, so I gave the email addresses out, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. Would you like to share with the audience an email you received today?
Oh, do I ever, Reid? I just got to find it because I put it into my... This is the title of the subject line. Please treat this as a priority. So I said, okay, Reid, I got to read this.
Yeah,
this guy's telling me.
Big time.
He says, dear, comma, I know that you will be surprised to receive this mail from me today. My name is Dr. Daryl Lamara Shepard. This letter is highly privileged and it requires your immediate attention because we lost one of our Bank A customer who happens to be from your country, also has the same family name as you, and he had a fixed term deposit worth of $4.7 million with our bank before his death. Given your nationality with our late customer, so we live in the same country, I know that you may not actually be in any way related to him, but for you, sharing the same name with him will make it easy to get the funds to your name, and both of us will divide the funds 50-50 once the money is transferred into your account. I look forward to your immediate response. Kind regards, Dr. Daryl Lamara Shepard.
Hyphenated?
Straight up. I think his middle name's Lamara.
Oh, nice. Well, you got to include your middle name if you're a doctor.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, doctors always do that.
Right.
Reid, this took me by surprise. My initial thoughts was I don't send emails back to anybody for less than 10 million.
Yeah, I agree. You don't need
4.7 million. Pish
Don't
pash.
waste your time.
Don't waste my time, Dr. Daryl Lamara Shepard. What do you my time's valuable.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do here. It looks like I have the same last name as somebody in Canada, if you can believe that. And the bank, it's Bank A. That's
the best
chain.
of the banks. Like bank B or C.
Yeah.
And bank F, don't even get me started.
If you're not with Bank A, are you even banking?
Why are you banking?
Is your money safe in Bank B or C? Is there fraud protection in Bank B or C? No.
Yeah.
Dr. Daryl Lamara Shepard, he is with Bank A.
Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
His money. He knows how to protect his money.
I mean, how many bankers in the world are also doctors? Most of them.
So let's summarize this story. Somebody in Canada with the last name of Milne died.
Happens to be from your country, also has the same family name as you.
And died or is in trouble?
He's dead.
He's dead. So this person is trying to tell you a Canadian with the last name of Milne died, and whether or not you're related to that person, he'll share. This guy who doesn't have the last name Milne will share the money with you.
Well, and he says it's given your nationality, given that I'm Canadian.
Right. You must.
And it's the last name of Milne.
How many Milnes can there be?
Probably 10,
Oh, my God. So here we go. Our off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. I got to thank Bruce Simpson from William Huff for having my parents and I in their box yesterday for the Riverhawks game, which we'll talk more about as we move along throughout the show. So our off-topic topic is, what are we going to call this? The weakest scam attempt? Yeah. The most see-through scam attempt you've ever experienced?
What's the worst attempt at someone trying to scam you?
Yeah.
I mean, I would rate Dr. Daryl Lamara Shepard's attempt at a measly 1.5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's not good.
This was awful.
Yeah, that's awful.
Like, this was really bad. And the grammar was deplorable.
And personalize it. Don't just be like, of your last name.
Well, and he said, dear.
It just had a blank. It just, dear, comma.
Have you guys actually ever been scammed?
Not that I know of, I hope.
I did. I have.
Okay,
been.
what's this? Could you have time to tell it now?
It's,
Is it? I don't know. We don't. If you're not, if you're embarrassed, it's okay.
I don't care. I'll say it. So it's actually the chain I'm wearing right now. I bought it off a website that does customized number chains, and I paid $100 for it. And it was a weird payment style that they had. It was weird. I had to do a bunch of stuff, but I was like, okay, whatever. And it took 3 weeks for them it was 3 weeks after I ordered it. And I'm like, I emailed them, like, where's my chain? Like, you said it was supposed to come within a week. The next morning, I wake up to a text saying, your package has been delayed due to insufficient funds. Please fill in those funds here. And so I put in my credit card information as I'm like half awake. I'm like, oh, that's why. And he ran around Mississauga, Ontario with my credit card.
How do you know he ran?
That's a good question. Maybe he hobbled or hopped.
So the purchase for the So you have the chain.
I do.
So
I
the
have it
chain
now.
was a legit purchase.
Yes.
But then this other person,
But
somebody
somehow
else piled
they
on.
timed it perfectly where I emailed the night before about my package not coming in. The next day I get I wake up to a text saying this is why.
So
your
he was
package-
in.
Funny how they
yeah.
come at the strangest times.
the-
you know, when you
just
need like
bang on
Doctor
perfect.
like Dr. Daryl Lamara Shepherd knows that I'm in between paychecks right now,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
probably
yeah,
a thin
it's-
time,
yeah,
right? It's a thin time.
Struggling. Nope. Just
I got scammed at Yvonne's. I had a customer call me late in the day. They're like, "I really need this this bedroom suite. Like, I need it now," which is always a red flag. That's a red flag.
Okay.
If they're like, "I need a bedroom suite now," so I'm like, "Okay, well, we're open till so and so," and I'm like, I'll go meet you at the warehouse. Here's the address. Transfer me this amount of money, and I'll meet you there." So I'm driving from the St. Albert Trail store down to our Southside warehouse, and transfer. Okay, comes through on the Yvonne's email. Looks good. I go, okay, yeah. Click to accept, and yeah, $840. Good. Press the button. Well, I get to the warehouse. Nobody's there, and I'm like, wait, like what's going on? Like this guy's coming. So I call back the number. Nobody there.
Oh, geez.
What he had done is he sent me an e-transfer request. He requested money from me. I emailed him $840 because it looks the same.
And he's just trusting that you're going to do it.
I was driving. I was not focusing. I was just like,
I need this now. I'll pay you. Yeah.
And I didn't look at it close enough. I sent him $840.
Oh my God.
That was a good one. I was like, okay, I'm going to remember this one.
And you wonder how many times he did that with other stores.
Well, and it was right at the end of the day. Like you said, Ben, the timing was perfect. Well, he knew I was
Some are
closing
smart.
the store,
No.
and like, he's in a rush and I'm done for the day. It was just the timing of it.
Yeah.
Pretty good one, I must say.
Yeah.
It ticked me off to no end though, knowing that this scumbag is eating supper on my dime tonight. I would have, if I could ever have found out who that was.
that was kind of
boy.
same thing for me too.
Somebody gonna get a hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told the stories a few weeks ago about a couple times where you knew somebody was stealing it from Blockbuster.
Right.
They set off the thing and they don't have so they probably put it down probably by their private area where they put the movie.
buttocks.
And then they know you're not going to search them. So a couple of times that happened. I remember a weird one. This was a few years ago. I was like going to my car at Kingsway Mall, and this guy's kind of like, "Hey, could you give me a hand for a second?" And that's going to make someone stop right away. I mean, most people will stop when they hear that. I think it's just human nature, And I kind of slowed down, and the guy's like, "Yeah, I just got a bit of a problem here." And the story was, and I'd heard this was going around for a while. But it was, and I was kind of aware that I'm like, okay, this just doesn't make sense. And if he really is in trouble, he'll figure it out. Like he's not dying. But he basically had some story that like his wife was in the mall and he couldn't reach her. And this was a while ago, maybe still like there were cell phones, but maybe not as prevalent as they are now. And the car was out of gas and he left his wallet with his wife. And he needed to fill up the car with gas so him and his wife could get home or something like that. And if I could just give him $20 or $30, he could, and I just like, yeah, sorry. It was so convoluted, but it was one of those where he just comes at you and starts bombarding you with all this information. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people go, okay, just 20. Okay. Yeah, I guess. But you kind of got to take a deep breath and be like, all right. And I remember getting in the car. I can't remember if I was with my parents or a friend. But then we started breaking down his story where it's like, okay, like you really can't find your wife in the mall. Like go get her paged.
Right.
Like go stand in one spot in the mall till she maybe walks. Like it was just silly.
You know what is sad though is like how common now theft is. Like, if you or I were to go into, I don't know, Safeway, whatever.
Right.
And just go grab 2 bags of chips and walk out. Yeah, you might sound an alarm. Somebody might say, "Hey, what do you?" But nobody's stopping you. Like it's weird. There's now in Sherwood Park Sobeys. There's a security guard in there, standing there all day.
Right.
Like that's so sad
I know.
that this is now. And what the store tells those people, If somebody comes in and same thing we would have told our employees, somebody comes in and they say, give me all your money, just give them all the money. Just get them out of there.
Well, and that's the thing. And you never know who might have a weapon, might be on a substance or something and might all of a sudden snap.
It's not worth it.
Right. And that's the thing at Blockbuster. Like really, if they're walking out with one movie, okay, that's better than Blockbuster employees get stabbed or shot because this person was nuts, right? But
you want to start up a dinner theater district theft ring? You and I? See how far we can take it?
But most employees are, I'm sure every employee everywhere in retail is said, do not confront the customer. It's not worth it.
Yeah. But that's sad.
But I remember one of the stories I told the Blockbuster, I think they eventually caught these guys because a group of people were coming in. I think it was a team of 3 or 4, and a couple of them would tie up a couple of employees with questions. Oh, can you show me where this movie is? Oh, wait a minute, what's that over there?
Tying up might not be the proper word.
And then they would leave, and then they somehow they realized movies go missing after these people come in, and they didn't come in together, but they were together. They had some kind of a gym bag with some kind of lining around it that stopped the sensor from beeping when they went through with the movies.
Really?
Yeah, and that's what they realized that they were doing. I think they caught them eventually. Anyway, 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You can email Reid or Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. Post in the nasty chat. We'll start there. What's the worst or most transparent scam attempt or bizarre scam attempt?
We've got a few coming in. So
okay, we'll get to those. After. Jay has an incredible story from the weekend. At 4 o'clock, Kion Julien-Grant. What a turnaround from the Edmonton Elks. Here's Ben.
The Edmonton Elks have added punter Ethan Dwayne after Cody Grace was injured on Friday. Dwayne, who played for NCAA 4 seasons split between the University of Buffalo and Old Dominion. He will suit up against the Argonauts this Friday. To the Diamond, the Edmonton Riverhawks take on the Bellingham Bells tomorrow in a one-game semifinal at 7:05. That winner will advance to the final. On the ice, Canada opened the Holinka Gretzky Cup with a 5-3 win over Finland this morning, and they will meet Switzerland tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. And in Ottawa, the Senators have secured 11 acres at the Breton Flats for a planned downtown arena with zoning, design, and cleanup set to go underway. The sports update is brought to you by Clover Bar Feeds. Clover Bar Feeds has all the animal feed you need. Get top-notch service and selection from their family-owned business. Visit Clover Bar Feeds at 200 Portridge Close in Sherwood Park or call them at 780-467-5014. More of Reid and Jay on the other side of the breakup in Thompson and Europe to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
When I played against Jason Smith and Jr., and it was only a couple of times, it always shocked me, his transition. Oh, this is a skilled puck-moving defenseman. We had this thing, we called it the Cobra Kai. Like he would basically grab people by the throat and one-arm them down. It was obviously a holding penalty now, but he would do it all the time, and he was vicious.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Win a trip to Osheaga with the Banquet in Aperol. We're sending one lucky guest to Montreal with flights, hotel, and 2 tickets to one of Canada's hottest music festivals. Enter by July 26th. Details in store or on the Banquet app. Get real. Play hard.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YEG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YEG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if If you gamble, please use your game sense. Goodbye.
You sure are going to miss them, but their room would make a great yoga studio. Store their childhood treasures safely with Sentinel Storage and find some space for you. Try 4 weeks free. SentinelStorage.ca.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Kion Julien-Grant from your Edmonton Elks, 2 touchdowns on Friday against Montreal, including the game winner. He will join us at 4 o'clock. Jake Lanferman, the head coach of the Edmonton Riverhawks, will check in at about 20 after 5. Riverhawks yesterday winning game 3 of their best of 3 against Victoria. They were up 6-0 after the first inning. They were up 8-2 after 8, and they won 8-7. Victoria made it interesting, but the Riverhawks hung on. Our off-topic topic for William Huff, what's the worst or like worst in terms of lamest or easiest to see through scam attempt or just oddest scam attempt that you've ever experienced?
This one comes in from Collingwood Rob. Traveling north on St. Albert Trail, I took the off-ramp to get on the Henday. There was a guy dressed nicely with a BMW waving me down that he ran out of gas. And could I help him by giving him some money in exchange for either his gold ring or gold necklace?
Oh, geez.
So he could buy gas. I said, no, but I can take you to the gas station just up the road that has a bank machine. He refused. So I said, oh, well, good luck selling your fake jewelry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, offer them a solution. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I don't have any money, but why don't I just drive you a block to that bank that
why don't we just
from here?
Drive right there?
Yeah.
Andrea from Calgary, off-topic topic. I recently got a text from Drive Safely in Alberta. I put that in quotes, telling me I had an unpaid photo radar ticket. It was very formal, but the last sentence started with, please pay immediately before execution.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's harsh. That's a scary one.
And Hampton Steves says, afternoon, gents. What's the best way to nominate someone for the Athlete of the Week feature on the show?
Well, there's several ways that are tied for first, I think.
Well, Hampton Steve, the easiest, most direct way is to simply email me, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, or you can go on our website, scroll down, there's a contact us form, and you can just make your nomination there. But feel free to send me an email, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com.
That'll be Thursday this week. I think I have to do the booking this week, or I'm going to try anyway.
Yeah.
You've been doing all the work with that.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, we got some ideas. We got some ideas.
It'll be fun. All right, let's get fired up. Presented by Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street.
Well, Reid, told you off the top of the show, we are at the Nasty Bash, which we'll talk about throughout the show here. Nasty Bash, obviously the Elks victory, the Green and Gold kickoff show, the post-game show, and then I pretty much made my way home shortly thereafter. Made my round, said hello, and then I was out of there because we had friends coming in from out of town for Saturday, Sunday, and then they left this morning.
Okay.
So I knew that it was going to be a pretty long weekend.
Yep.
B, I knew I had to get in a 15K run. So I had to squeeze it in, preferably before they arrived, because it was going to be late nights and board game, all that stuff.
Right.
So first things first, Saturday morning, I get up and I know the kids are coming. So I go turn on the heater for the pool.
Okay.
I want to get the temperature up so the kids can be in the pool all day and into the evening and the next day. Yeah. So I have one of these big 100-pound propane tanks. It's about this tall. It's a decent size. And I went to a place not far from here to fill it on Thursday.
Okay.
But I'd never turned it on. I'd never hooked it up.
Oh, I remember you had it in the back of your truck.
Yeah. So I get home. I go out Saturday morning about 8 a.m. to turn on the heater. Turn on the propane tank, and it's like propane seeping out of it. Well, the people at the propane place took there's like a adapter.
Okay.
That makes it go from that to like a barbecue fitting.
Right.
Which would then run to my heater. So now I don't have an adapter. I can't hook up my heater.
Right.
Okay. So I'm like, I got to go find an adapter. And then I got to go for a run.
Right.
So I go to Home Hardware, nothing. I go to Home Depot in Sherwood Park, nothing. I Google like a gas outfitter or supply store. There's one open on the east side of Edmonton.
Okay.
Drive in there, explain it, show some pictures. Okay, this is the fitting you need.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Whew, problem solved. Drive back into Sherwood Park and I commence my run. Okay. So this was a 15K. This is the first time I've done it. It went okay.
Good.
You know, I wasn't fresh by the end of it. I was, you know, struggling, but I got through it.
Okay, good.
Okay. And when I go to run, when I park my car, I lock the vehicle, and I put my keys in the gas cap.
Oh,
where
nice.
you fill
Okay.
for your gas.
Yeah.
So I get back from my run, soaking.
Yeah.
It was hot by that point.
Yeah.
Open my gas cap, and I go to grab my keys, but instead of grabbing them, I push them. And they go through the hole that is there from the, you know, where the swing arm from the gas cap, there's a hole there.
Yeah.
And I hear in the wheel well.
So now they're okay. Jeez.
So I'm hot, I'm sweating. It was awful. And now I don't have keys.
Right.
Call my wife, spitting mad. Like, I can't believe, and just, I'd been through
At least you had your phone on you.
enough with this propane part.
You could have pulled someone over and they would have thought it was a scam.
They would have thought it was a scam.
They would have thought this guy's scamming
And I
us.
looked
Yeah.
pretty shady at that point. Looked like I hadn't showered in 3 days, you know, sweating. Anyways, we can't find the spare keys. So I'm like, well, what am I going to do?
Right.
So I figured, okay, I got to call AMA because I can't even get into the car to get a jack and take the tire off and then open up the wheel well.
Point. Yeah.
So I call AMA, like, yeah, I think, explain it. Okay, somebody will be there up to an hour. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And now, you know, company's already over. I'm late. I'm super annoyed because of this propane thing. I'm super annoyed because the smallest detail sent my keys to a bad place. Waited, AMA shows up, and I explained it to the guy, and I'm like, yeah, like I think we got to jack this up, take the tire off, undo a few bolts, and we can get into the wheel well. He's like, oh, okay, hang on. He reaches under, ching, ching, keys.
Yes,
pulls them
that's
out.
a key.
He's like, this happens all the time. I'm like, really? So there's a spot where your keys will land should you ever drop them down the hole in your gas tank.
But they won't make it to the ground though.
No, they sit on this little ledge, like hidden, and he knew where it was. So, hey, great. Got my keys. I'm happy. I'm heading home, baby. I'm coming home.
And you're still sweaty.
And I'm still hot. And I'm coming home and I got the propane adapter. Everything's good. I get home. It's the wrong adapter.
Oh, of course.
I was so mad. And like our friends were there already. And they're like, hey, you know, there's nothing we can do now. Don't worry. It's hot enough. The kids will enjoy the pool.
Yeah.
They're kids. But it was just an ordeal, man. And it was after the only good thing that came out of it was that I was forced to wait for AMA, which forced me to stretch after my run.
Okay.
But just, so I went back to the place here this morning where I get my propane tank filled.
Yeah.
And before I could even, because I've been there several times.
Okay.
So I know the two guys that work there.
Right.
They're like, hey, your adapter, we accidentally kept it. I'm like, I didn't like, I was just like, yeah, I know you did, bud. Thanks for keeping it for me. I didn't want to get into the whole thing. So yeah, it was a stressful Saturday morning, but the good news is, Reid, is that I did achieve the 15K.
Okay.
And the track I run in Sherwood Park, it's a loop all the way Y Road to Baseline and around.
Okay.
It's quite hilly. Like,
good.
So you've told me that the track for the half marathon is somewhat flat.
It is flat.
So I think given that I've done 15, given that I'm just going to have adrenaline of the day.
Yeah.
I think I'm in good shape.
Yeah, I think you're going to do great.
I'm going to be in pain for a couple of days, though.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah. And you may have pain in places you don't expect.
Well, that's the thing.
Like your shoulders might hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
After my 15, like the backs of my knees were sore. I'm like, there's nothing there. How can that be sore? But I think it's related to my hamstrings being super
stuff's
tight.
moving that doesn't usually move a lot.
Yeah.
And you get sore. No, you're going to do great. The half marathons, we'll probably have at least 2 marathon. When I say the marathon, I'm just referring to the whole event on Sunday, because there's a marathon, a half marathon, a 10K, and a 5K. So when I say Edmonton Marathon, this week, we're just going to kind of be referring to that day. We may have some specific stories related to other distances, but we're going to probably have at least 2 segments on this show and maybe 1 or 2 on other shows, which is pretty fun.
That's great.
Because there's some elite runners here, especially for the half, because it's part of a Canadian championship. So that's pretty cool.
Well, and a couple people are saying stretching is vital. As we get older, stretching is important. Yes, I agree. And in fact, the friends of ours from Victoria that came back in Edmonton, I played Bears football with him.
Oh, nice.
And my wife played Pandas basketball with her.
Oh, okay. So they're like the same couple,
similar,
same formation as you in April.
So we get together every summer. She is an ex-yoga instructor. So she put us through the paces all day, stretching different various ways. It was nice. Yeah. But Simon Pacey is his name. Okay. Played with Kion. So I texted him a picture of him and he said, "Oh my gosh, I haven't seen him in a long time."
Oh,
that
cool.
was nice.
Okay, Cool. All right, we should talk. Well, we'll keep talking about your training throughout the week and how you're feeling leading up to it. I'm really excited for you.
Well, I do have. Do we have? Well, okay. What's my next move? Like, I got to get in a 6K, 8K this week, like a lighter run.
If it were me, I would do something lighter on Wednesday.
Yeah, and like a 6K. Is that too?
Yeah, if it were me in my prime, I would do 10 to 12.
You would do 10,
but I think if you do 8, you'll be fine.
I think I'll do. I'll probably do
just so you feel like you did something. Yeah, and then rest up for the weekend. Because it was Saturday you did this. Yeah, I would do something Wednesday for sure.
Book it.
We are in the Banquet Studio, craving a late night snack. Check out the Banquet's new late night happy hour menu, Sunday to Thursday, 9 p.m. until close. Enjoy favorites like sweet and spicy lettuce wraps or the Banquet burger at happy hour prices. The Banquet, get real, play hard. Jay's play of the day is coming up for Play Alberta. And at the top of the hour, from your Edmonton Elks receiver, Kaion Julien-Grant. Here's Ben.
The Edmonton Elks have signed punter Ethan Dwayne after Cody Grace's injury on Friday. Dwayne, who spent 4 NCAA seasons between the University of Buffalo and Old Dominion, will make his debut against the Argonauts this Friday. To the diamond, the Edmonton Riverhawks clash with the Bellingham Bells tomorrow in a 1-game semifinal, with the winner moving on at 7:05. On the ice, Canada beat Finland 5-3 in this morning's Holinka Gretzky Cup opener and will take on Switzerland tomorrow at 7:30. And in Ottawa, the Senators have completed the purchase of 11 acres at the Breton Flats for a new downtown arena, allowing zoning, designing, and cleanup to proceed. Sports Update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring, proudly serving Edmonton, an area for over 30 years. Their West End showroom is open 7 days a week. You can also shop online at ParamountFlooring.ca. Jay's play of the day on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Who are the top 5 Oilers captains in franchise in history?
Moose, number 1.
Moose ahead of Gretz?
Yes.
Okay, who's number 2? Wayne?
It's got to be Wayne.
Where do you go from here?
Well, let's go through Bucky.
Yes. Shane Corson.
Doug Wade.
Where does McDavid stack up in all of this?
I think he's pretty high up on the list.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Gallo LLP is an Alberta-based accounting firm with expert chartered professional accountants in both our Edmonton and Sherwood Park accounting firms. Our experienced and innovative accountants provide financial advice that saves our clients money. Simply put, we help our clients protect their assets and grow their businesses. At Gallo LLP, they go beyond the numbers to ensure the continued success of your business. Reach out to Preet or John to discuss how they can help your business grow. Visit gallollp.ca today and see how they can help you take your business to the next level.
Do you have pets? Horses? Chickens? Did the place you used to get your feed recently close down? Have no fear. Clover Bar Feeds is here. Whether it's dogs, cats, horses, or chickens, Clover Bar Feeds has you covered. Offering a large variety of food and feed, you can trust the experts at Clover Bar Feeds. They've been family owned and operated for over 60 years. This means you can expect nothing less than top-notch service and selection. Come visit them at 200 Portage Close in Sherwood Park, or visit them online at cloverbarfeeds.com.
Everyone knows when you need a truck now, you call Dawn.
That's right. You call us, Frontier Cartage, when you need driver coverage or have a truck that's down.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you've got way more freight to move than you thought.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you need a truck that's available and ready to start anytime you need.
You call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826. 587-222-5826.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. All right, hope you're having a great Monday. Hope your weekend was smoother than a section of Jason Milne's. You had a pretty good weekend overall, though. Like, you're a pretty positive guy. You wouldn't let something like that ruin your life for days.
No, gosh,
You're not a
no.
moper.
We move on in the Milne household. I'm the sticky one, though, I was more like the key thing.
I'd be so mad at myself.
Timber Woodsman says, Jay, like your keys fell down and you didn't even try to look for them?
Or shake the car, maybe they fall out?
I shook everywhere. I was
really?
Oh, yeah, baby. I was shaking Len Bacon. Gotta be jelly because jam don't shake like that.
Oh, my goodness.
I was underneath the car on my back for several minutes trying to look in there because I thought it was in the wheel well, but it kicks it out to this little ledge. I swear to goodness that this little ledge is designed just for idiots like me who drop them through that hole.
It might be.
Because that's, everybody does that. You leave your cars in the gas cap, right? I mean, maybe not as, in the city so much, but it was whatever. Nobody's going to steal my car. At least I didn't think so.
Right.
So then when the guy from AMA showed up and just reached under and grabbed them, I felt like the biggest asshat I felt like in a while. And I was like, so what now? Like, because I have AMA,
right?
Like, it's like I'm like, do I? He's like, well, nothing. No, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
He's
thanks,
like, I got a story to tell my colleagues. Thanks, Jay.
Another idiot.
All right. Before we get to Jay's play of the day, the off-topic topic for William Huff: worst, lamest, most unusual scam attempt you ever experienced.
This is interesting. This one's from Bronco Nick. My friend's family owned a neighborhood pub in downtown Edmonton. Nefarious individuals would always come into the pub to sell items they had stolen. One time, an individual came in with a fairly new pair of work boots and went around the room looking for a buyer. He went up to one table and an individual said, while examining the merchandise, I have the exact same pair with my initials JC on the inside of the tongue. He proceeded to look at the inside of the tongue of the boot, and to his amazement, the initials were there. He instantly realized this guy broke into his house and tried to sell his own boots back to him.
Oh, my goodness.
The rest of the pub exploded with laughter. Oh, my gosh. I wouldn't be laughing at all.
No.
I would want to hurt that person.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
This one comes in Alicia Hemming. She sent two. This is the second one. I worked with someone at a retail store, and I wake up one day to her spamming my phone. She was sent a text claiming to be an overseas charity, which said they received a check donation for $5,000, but couldn't deposit it, Reid. They asked her to deposit it and send it as an e-transfer, but to keep $500 as a thank you. So she fell for it and sent them $4,500.
Oh, no.
And of course, the check ended up bouncing and the bank couldn't cancel it because it was an auto deposit. That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's too bad.
And CRA, by the way, will never call you.
Right.
Hey, this is CRA. Your social security number is going to be nullified if you don't act now.
Right.
And pay the $300 you owe us in iTunes gift cards.
Right. Yeah. It's, well, a lot of us, I think, just don't even answer our phones if we don't know the number.
Oh, here's the other one, too. And I do this. Everybody's receiving calls from anonymous numbers. Now, in this business I'm in now, I have to answer those because what if it's a guest I was trying to book, or I may not have their number.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Right? So when I answer the phone, I don't say anything because it's usually a pause and it's usually nobody.
Right.
Right? Until somebody's like, hello.
Yeah.
And oh, hey, it's Jay. But I've heard that people, they just have a recording device on.
Right.
And they're just trying to get your voice so they can use it in other places. Right. Not necessarily to harm you, but use it for other purposes in their little
to
scam
put something
business.
together. Yeah. That's sad, man. That's really sad. The off-topic topic for William Huff. We also have...
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta, gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from the phone, tablet, or computer, whatever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today and get started. $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $20. Use the promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember, use your game sense.
Well, last week was fantastic. We ended up on a nice Friday night Elks win, which I had boosted earlier in the week, money line. Then I had boosted Elks money line and the under for Jay's Friday play of the game. Both those cashed. Dawson Nielsen in the nasty chat. Thanks, Glue Guy, for hitting 2 bets. I wish the big ones cashed. However, he's still $40 up. It was a good week for those riding with the Glue Guy. Today's play of the day, it's Monday. I always hit up some WNBA on the Mondays, baby.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to WNBA. The Golden State Valkyries are taking on the Connecticut Sun. The Connecticut Sun is 1-14 on the road this year, traveling across the country to go play the Golden State Valkyries. I'm taking the Golden State Valkyries -7.5. So they need to win by 8 points or more. That was -122, but the good people over at Play Alberta boosted that to -105. So if you want to ride with Jay, head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials. There's also I did get involved on the early bird bet that's in there. Bombers and Elks both to win money line. That's +163. That is really good value. Good. And all you really need to wonder there is if the Elks are going to win, because I think Winnipeg's going to take care of Ottawa Thursday night.
They should.
So it could be a nice little run there. But head over, playalberta.ca, sports, EST specials. And if you haven't yet, use promo code YEG50 when you deposit $5 or more and get a $50 free sports bet. And don't forget to use your game sense.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, presented by Play Alberta. So Kion Julien-Grant going to join us in about 5 or 6 minutes. That was we'll talk more about this a little bit later on. But the nasty bash, Jay, just incredible. It's so. I was going to say cool, but I feel like there needs to be a better word than that. It's cool. It's heartwarming. It's invigorating just to meet so many members of our audience, the nasties as they've been dubbed, and just hear about their enthusiasm and their loyalty and their love for all things Edmonton Sports Talk. It was a pretty special night.
I think heartwarming's a good way to describe it. It's just neat to see the camaraderie and the people there that are so passionate about EST, and we're as passionate about that towards you, all you nasties out there, because without you, none of this exists. So it was a real love-filled event. I didn't stay there till the final table, but I did see. No,
I wasn't there, but I was there till probably 11.
Okay, but I just wrote a few names that came to the top of my head. I'm sure I'm missing some, but Scalding Gord was there, Cal and Sarah, Nolan and St. Albert, Rip Van Winkle, Vance Van Vander Van, Rip City Step, Uke, VR, Penner's Pancakes, Corey B and his wife, Robert LeGrove and his wife, Barry the Cheater, to name a few. I mean, it's always nice to shake your hand and meet you in person and rub shoulders. And yeah, it was fun. It was a great night. And the Elks victory was just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree.
I was in a business meeting this morning.
Okay.
Talking business, talking numbies over at EST. As you know, I help with the sales here at Edmonton Sports Talk. And I was in a very professional business meeting, and it was going very well. And this person is going to be joining us on the morning show, actually. Okay. So I said, look, I just want to give you an idea of like the passion, and I said it's like cult-like, the morning show and the following that this EST has. So I showed him the video of Big Uke getting baptized with 6 o'clocker lager, and his face was just in shock. Like, whoa, these are like, you guys all interact like that? Like, you don't get the family vibe across to somebody until you show them a video of Big Uke with his shirt unbuttoned, getting a pint of beer poured over his head, followed by a kiss on the cheek from the CEO, Dustin Nielsen. What other world does that happen in?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Only at Edmonton Sports Talk. It was great.
Very cool. All right, a lot to come on the Edmonton Elks, including receiver Kion Julien-Grant when we get back.
The Elks win with a big crew. It was a pretty good time, man. That really added to it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Elks vibes were outstanding at the Nasty Bash on Friday night.
Cody Fajardo is back. What a baller. I should hate Cody Fajardo.
It's impossible to hate Cody Fajardo.
That's, I guess, my point.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
If you aren't wearing a Connect belt, what are you waiting for? A one-size-fits-all belt with a smooth, hole-free track system makes it adjustable for the perfect fit. With fully customizable options, you can choose your belt color, material, and buckle to suit your style. 100% Canadian-owned and operated, Connect belts are designed for work, everyday wear, and even a round of golf. Check out the large selection of men's and women's styles at www.knkTbelts.com. Connect belts, the perfect fit every time.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
The Canadian Brewhouse is turning up the flavor this summer with our new summer feature menu. Try our jerk chicken skewers, Cajun shrimp tostadas, and street corn salsa. Bold bites made for patio season. Get them while it's hot. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The Edmonton Elks have brought in punter Ethan Dwayne after Cody Grace was injured in Friday night's game. Dwayne played 4 NCAA seasons split between the University of Buffalo and Old Dominion. He'll be in the lineup against the Argonauts this Friday. To the diamond, the Edmonton Riverhawks battle the Bellingham Bells tomorrow in a one-game semifinal with the winner advancing. That starts at 7:30. On the ice, Canada started the Hlinka Gretzky Cup with a 5-3 win over Finland this morning and will face Switzerland tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. And in Ottawa, the Senators have finalized a deal to purchase 11 acres at LaBrenta Flats for a planned downtown arena with zoning, design, and cleanup now set to begin. The sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine and Physiotherapy. Connor McDavid's got a team full of specialists, and you got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that is trusted by the best in the game, Advantage Sports Medicine. Call 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportsmed.ca to book an appointment today. Kion Julien-Grant on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
Okay, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Along with Jay Milne, I'm Reid WIlkins on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports, presented by Play Alberta. In a couple of minutes here, we're going to connect with Kion Julien-Grant, receiver for the Edmonton Elks, who got 2 touchdowns Friday in Montreal, including the dramatic game winner. And the Elks, pulled it out finally after some close losses in other games this season. Julien-Grant is going to be our weekly connection for Connect Belts. It's time to simplify your life with Connect Belts. More than a good-looking belt, Connect offers a high-quality, no-holes belt, whether you're on the course, in the office, or anywhere life takes you. Connect is the perfect belt you need to feel good. Get a Connect belt and support a 100% Canadian-owned company, owned and operated by U of A alumni. Now, if you're on the YouTube feed, you can scan the QR code on the screen and get a special EST 20% discount. And also they have a website as well.
I'm wearing my
Jay's got the belt going right now.
Here, listen to this.
You got sound effect?
There, it's on.
I think we got that. That was pretty good. All right, and you know these guys.
Yeah, good friends. U of A grads, excellent volleyball players, national championship volleyball players.
Nice. So,
yeah, they're going to be on the Hangout actually next Friday or this Friday.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'll get to meet them.
Spencer
Are they
and
tall?
Tanner. They're very tall. They're massive people.
Okay.
They will look funny sitting in those little seats.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, this guy's coming off a big performance on Friday in Montreal. Receiver for your Edmonton Elks, Kion Julien-Grant, is on the line. Kion, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing very well. Thanks for making time for us. First of all, can you tell us about the mood of the team and what the flight home from Montreal was like?
The mood of the team was great. We knew when was coming, and the flight home was just good vibes. And obviously, it was late at night, so we were tired too. So,
well, fair enough. Look, I'm going to dive right in and get this question out of the day, but it is part of the story for you this season that people are talking about. You had a chance to make a play late in the game against Hamilton. Didn't go your way for the touchdown, but you bounced back with 2 big plays against Montreal, 2 touchdowns, including the game winner late in the game. Can you tell us, just give some perspective to fans, what it's sort of like to go through that over the course of 7 or 8 days?
yeah, it was definitely tough when I first obviously cost us the game in my books. I felt like I let the team down and I let myself down. So then the short week comes, and it's good to just try to get your mind off of it. But like something like that it's always going to linger. So I just use it as motivation, try to flush it in that sense, and just know to make the next play. So then when I finally got the opportunity, it was just a great feeling, especially against my former team.
Well, that's my next question. Kion Julien-Grant, Elks receiver, joining us here on the Reid WIlkins Show. Kion, you got Jay here. You know, like as you said, you're facing your former team, the team that drafted you, the team you'd won a Grey Cup with. But hey, you're not on that team anymore. You're with Edmonton. My question is, was there a little bit of extra pep in your step, so to speak, in the week leading up to last Friday's game?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was targeted towards Montreal. I always have like a slight edge to any team I face, but maybe a little bit. But I think it was more so just bouncing back from the last game. Was what really drove me for this game.
The Elks acquired you through free agency back in February. First time in your CFL career that you were playing on a different team. It's never easy, but you were rejoining your former teammate in Cody Fajardo. Can you speak on the relationship that you have with Cody?
Oh yeah, it's like I compare it to going to a new high school, but then one friend from playing sports outside of it, right? So Cody's he's been my friend outside of football for the past 3 years now, and yeah, he's just a great guy, and I feel like our we're just bonding a lot more too now, because we just know each other, I guess, and we're just familiar with each other.
One thing I wanted to ask, when you're coming from, you grew up in Toronto, you went out east to St. FX to play your university ball, and then you're drafted by Montreal. So you've been out east in Eastern Canada your entire career. Now you come out west to Edmonton. Was there a misconception, something that oh, Edmonton's like this that you've heard, and maybe you thought, oh, shoot, I'm going to Edmonton. What was the biggest misconception of Edmonton for you coming out here?
I wouldn't say I had any misconceptions, really. Like, I kind of knew what to expect. My younger brother lives out here.
Oh,
so we talk all the time. So I kind of knew what I was getting when I was coming here.
What does your brother do, if you don't mind us asking?
He's in school right now. He plays basketball at Concordia, and then he's doing teacher's college.
Oh, nice. Okay, so he got so was he recruited? Well, I guess he was recruited. How he wound up out here?
Yeah, so he initially started off at U of A, and then he just transferred a couple of years ago to Concordia.
Okay. And speaking of family connections, did your dad play in the Canadian Football League?
Yeah, he did. He spent some time with the Argos, the Als, and Hamilton.
Okay, so I usually like to ask guys how they got into football. Is it that obvious for you? You wanted to copy your dad, or what happened?
It wasn't even like that, to be honest. He had to almost beg me to try to play it, because I like soccer and I like basketball growing up, and then high school came around and then he was like, just play football, just try it. You're not going to just do one sport. And then my uncle also said the same thing. So then I tried it, and I was good, but I always had a love for basketball, and I feel like my love for football didn't come till my later years in high school, and probably not until I got to St. FX.
Were you always a receiver?
Yeah, I played receiver, and I played DB, and then a little bit of running back, but mainly receiver, I would say.
Okay, and when did you start to get an inkling, sort of that, I don't know if there was sort of a light bulb moment or a moment of inspiration where you thought, wait a minute, I can maybe get paid to play football one day. When did that start to become a reality for you?
So it crossed my mind when in high school, in my senior year, we went to Moeller, and we faced the number one team in Ohio. And then I had a really good game. I think Sam Hubbard was on that team, but then we got blown out. But I guess I had a good game. And then I would say probably not until my second year, I thought about pursuing football as professionally.
Okay, cool. Kion, Julien-Grant from the Elks joining us today on the Reid WIlkins Show with Jason Milne. Just a few more for you here, and thanks for being so generous with your time. You mentioned off the top of the interview that you guys felt like a win was coming. There were some close losses, Hamilton, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg earlier in the year. Can you talk about the value of winning a close game and then the impact that can have on a team's belief in itself?
Yeah, it's just a momentum builder, right? And we saw it in the game with things not going our way in the first half, and then we go into the half with the pick six that changes our whole perspective of the game, right? So it's just, I don't know, just a new optimism almost, and just once everyone buys in or believes, it's hard to stop a train like that.
All right. And the next task for you guys is Toronto coming up on Friday. Look, everybody's excited, but the standings are what they are. There's still a lot of work to be done. How do you sort of approach to Toronto? How do you approach to Toronto? And then the bigger picture, that task of trying to move into a playoff spot here as the season goes on.
We just have to worry about the task at hand and work one day at a time and then one game at a time. So we have to only worry about going 1-0 each week.
Kion, I have to ask you because, I know that you grew up playing basketball, like you said, and then you ended up choosing football, but it's just you and me and Reid here. There's nobody listening. So maybe I don't know if your brother's listening, but I want you to set the record straight. You have the forum right now, 1-on-1, you versus your brother. Who's taking that game?
I am.
Would you be more of a shooting guard? Would you be more of a drive? Maybe a post up kind of style? What would your style of basketball be?
This is a shooting guard. I could slash too.
All right. Well, there it is. The record's straight.
No, is he here over the summer? Are you guys living together, or how does that work?
Oh no, he's been living here year round for the past 3 years.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So he has his own place. I have my place.
Okay. You didn't decide you're going to crash with him. Like, I think Trey Ford has half the team living with him.
No. I think Tyrone moved out at least.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, hey, thanks for hopping on. Thanks for being candid about some of your big moments throughout the course of the season. Thanks for sharing that story about your brother. That was pretty cool. All the best against the Argos on Friday. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, and I appreciate it.
All right, that is Kion Julien-Grant from your Edmonton Elks on the show. Your weekly connection for Connect Belts. That's KNKT, by the way, if you're giving them a Google. So. Good interview, well spoken. He gets to the point, says what needs to be said, but he said it off the top. I mean, you and I talked about it, and you kind of said you got to ask him right away. I said, yeah, I think so. He had a drop, and then he had a game-winning catch. He didn't shy away from it, like he said. I cost us the game. He didn't say, oh, there's a lot of plays in a football game, and that was just one of them, or usually I'll catch it. He said, I cost us the game against Hamilton.
You know what it reminded me of? It took me back to ref week when we were talking to refs, and you'd say, what we found out was that these refs were getting reports right after the game, video of times that they may have screwed up, and that would drive them nuts. And you wouldn't always think that, like, oh, the ref doesn't care that he missed a call, or, oh, he's in the pros, he's getting a paycheck. He won't care if he dropped. No, it sticks with those players. It sticks with athletes. It sticks with referees. And what's the best way to go and nip that in the bud? Is to go out and have a performance like he did in Montreal. 2 touchdowns. And of his, I think it was 6 receptions, 4 of them were to gain first downs. I mean, the catches he made were very important catches. Obviously, the 11 seconds left touchdown catch was the one that sealed the deal. But just an excellent bounce back. And that shows so much about the composure of a professional athlete, of the mental ability to rebound.
Yeah.
And just say, Kate, that ticks me off that happened, but I have to put it behind me and focus on what's next, which he obviously did. So, it was a feel-good story, definitely, to see him have that bounce back.
Well, quite frankly, if you and I would have been doing this show 1 week ago, and there would have been an email from the Elks saying, they usually just say player transactions, and he would have been let go, I wouldn't have been surprised, quite frankly. I know that's harsh, but he's had a couple of tough moments this year. Now, he is Canadian, and he has been in the league for 3 or 4 years. But still, I mean, you got to execute, and he missed a couple chances to execute, once in Winnipeg and once against Hamilton in the end zone. But you're right. He came back strong, and you were talking about being at the Nasty Bash. Everybody was watching those drives. There were a couple of big projection screens with the game being shown. And when he got that touchdown, like everybody, like you could hear the cheering, and then you heard Julien-Grant. Like that's the guy.
Yeah.
His story is not Hamilton. His story is not, I let that one slip through my hands. And Fajardo said it after the game, and he was a great interview. Fajardo's so well spoken. He was on with Gager and Hernan at about 2:45 this afternoon. Fajardo said, I told you I'm going back to you. And as much as, observers get frustrated and this guy should be benched or be taken off the field or have his ice time cut if it's hockey or whatever, usually the players in the dressing room will tell the guy, we're going back to you.
We got you.
It's up to if the coach wants to pull the guy out, that's fine. If he's dressing for a game, if he's participating in the game, most of his fellow players are going to try to make him feel empowered to make a play. Right? Okay, you missed that one. Guess what? You're going to get another chance. I'm going to throw to you in the end zone. I'm going to pass to you for a one-timer. Like, whatever. I'm going to keep trying to do those things. And Fajardo did that, and Julien-Grant turned out to be the hero in that game. And I know we're going to talk more about the Elks. I got to ask you about the running game. We'll do that in the next segment, because I think that'll be an extended conversation, given some of your thoughts throughout the season on the running game.
What running game, Reid?
Well, exactly. But that's what we want to talk about. But the impact of Fajardo, and then there's been so much about the quarterback situation, so much about Trey Ford, and who knows, like Trey Ford still might have his moment this season. You know, like we don't know what's going to happen. But what Fajardo's composure and experience has meant to the team.
Huge.
And I asked Julien-Grant about belief. And I would think right now, if you were to go through the Elks dressing room and say, how much do you believe in your quarterback? It would be total.
Yes.
I mean, yes, it was not perfect. Yes, there were frustrating moments for sure. Even on that last drive, Fajardo threw a pass to Julien-Grant on the sidelines. He probably would want back. He kind of sailed it over past him a little bit. But when it came down to that last drive, and really it came down to an offensive line that wasn't doing, I mean, Fajardo was going back there every play, probably knowing there's going to be a free guy.
Yep.
We're not blocking well. They're blitzing. No, they did block up well on the Julien-Grant touchdown.
Yep.
To be fair, they blocked that one up. But I'll put it this way, kind of crudely. Fajardo showed he has some stones. In that game.
Well, did you hear the clip in the locker room after
the game ball presentation?
Yeah.
Everybody, if you go to the Elks Twitter account or YouTube feed, it's raw video of them giving out game balls.
It gives me chills.
Yeah,
and that's what you want out of your quarterback. Okay, a silent assassin, calm, composed during the game, but then after, what Cody essentially said was, guys, I asked you to give me the damn ball so I could go and lead this team to victory.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
I still get goosebumps just saying that. But Cody Fajardo's putting up some numbers. He's got 6 touchdowns to 1 interception, by far the best ratio in the CFL. He's second in the league by 0.1 for the highest efficiency rating at 119.6.
Yep.
He's playing incredibly good football. But yeah, there's other areas of this, I mean, I guess it's kind of interesting how the focus has shifted, from week 1 to where we are now, with the defense was a serious question mark, leading into, week 3, week 4. Now, I mean, you look at last game, Tyrell Ford put up 6 points.
Yep.
And 6 points came off of a punt return.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, they held that team to 15 points.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. Incredible. Now, the discussion is going to be, well, what team was that? Was that a top caliber team? Was that, a team that was clearly injury riddled? Yes, that's fine. But you know what? You still have to go out and get the win. You still have to take control and walk through the door and get the win. And Reid, I got to say, you nailed it in our show before the Green and Gold Kickoff show, because I re-listened to it to make sure I heard it right. You said this team needs to make one of 2 things happen. Either they need to make 2 major turnovers, create 2 major turnovers, or go out and get 2 or more sacks.
Yes.
Well, they did one of those. They created 2 or more turnovers. Tyrell Ford picked it off, and then Niles Morgan came down and made the biggest hit I've seen all season, jarred the ball loose, and they're immediately in scoring range.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference in the game right there.
Yeah. Look, we gotta talk about the totality of the game, which we will, because it's not like the Elks are, now obviously they're a playoff team. There are issues. Quite frankly, I would say that's a bit of a theft. And I said this on the postgame show Friday. If you just looked at sort of merit and yardage and overall play, they probably deserve to beat Hamilton, right? And probably didn't deserve to beat Montreal. But and we'll talk about some of the things that on this team that still need to improve. But as we often talk about, and this is one of my themes, as you know already from the past year, so much of sports is situational. Okay. Yeah, you haven't had a great game. Okay, you've had to have the defense score a touchdown. All right, Montreal's banged up. Okay, whatever. You got the ball with just over a minute left. You get a touchdown, you win. Cody, can you go do it?
Yep.
Julien-Grant, can you hang on to the touchdown this year? Rankin, can you're not getting, we can't hand the ball off to you because we can't get any push. Can you make a catch out of the backfield? They did it, right? As opposed to the situation against Hamilton where it's like, geez, you guys have played a pretty good game. And now all you got to do is catch one in the end zone, and you didn't. So good for the Elks to get it done. We're going to talk about the difficulty of making the playoffs, because it is still going to be difficult, but there's a little more hope than there was a week ago. And I think we got to get Jay's thoughts on the running game and the lack of it as we move along. Of course, 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. The afternoon inbox is presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. $18.99 prime rib special, available 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Available for dine-in and takeout, though not available on show nights. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Dum, dum, dum.
The off-topic topic for William Huff, a time someone attempted to scam you, and maybe it was a bit of a lame effort.
This one I've heard of from people that have traveled abroad. This comes in from Twitter Mary. Hey, when Dave and I were in Rome, a vendor would offer me a dozen roses and say it was a gift for me. Then immediately turn to Dave and demand something outlandish like 30 euros.
Oh, right.
You know, because they're in your hands now. Like part of the transaction's done.
Yeah.
Give me my money. That's too bad. Do you want to do a quick limerick?
Yeah, go ahead.
We got lots in the that have been emailed in, but this one came in on the River Cree Resort and Casino afternoon inbox from Library Pat. Library Pat, it was very nice seeing you at the Nasty Bash as well. And it is a Nasty Bash limerick. Nasties gathered at the bash, wondered if Double E would crash. They won, which was great. Not perfect, we will state. Real victory, not moral, was a smash.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Pretty good, Library Pat.
That is pretty good. Appreciate that from Library Pat, who, we had a good chat with on Friday night at the Nasty Bash. Okay, buying or selling for Damon Bunting coming up. We'll talk more about the Elks in the Canadian Football League. Riverhawks, a lot of excitement at Remax Field. They host the North Final tomorrow. Their head coach, Jake Lanferman, is going to hop on, but here comes Benny.
The Edmonton Elks have added punter Ethan Dwayne after Cody Gregg's injury on Friday. Dwayne spent 4 NCAA seasons between the University of Buffalo and Old Dominion and will be in the lineup against the Argonauts this Friday. To the Diamond, the Edmonton Riverhawks take on the Bellingham Bells tomorrow in a one-game semifinal with the winner advancing. That game starts off at 7:05. On the ice, Canada opened the Holinka Gretzky Cup with a 5-3 win over Finland this morning and will face Switzerland tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. In Ottawa, the Senators have finalized a deal to buy 11 acres at the Brenton Flats for a planned downtown arena with zoning, design, and cleanup now underway. The Bakersfield Condors have signed 4 new players, including local talent Luke Prokop. He played 31 games last season with the Milwaukee Admirals. More of Reid and Jay on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Rod Smith, CFL on TSN.
As much as I'm a Trey Ford fan, I think it was a good idea to make the switch. That comeback, just one of those things you could see it brewing as they drove down with seconds ago. I thought, no, is this really going to happen? And the fact it was Kion Julien-Grant as well. It was a great play by Julien-Grant at the 5. That second effort to get into the end zone. I thought that was storybook. That was pretty cool to see.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Okay, 2 kids, 2 backpacks, lunch bags. Wait, where are the school books? Back to school doesn't have to mean the everyday rush and stress of looking for your kids' items. Have more zen in your mornings. Find space for your family's needs with Sentinel Storage. Go back to school with 4 weeks free. Reserve your space today and find the peace of mind your morning needs. Visit sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Ben, you're spinning some up-tempo music today, my young friend.
I have to. It's the Reid WIlkins Show.
You got to be up-tempo. That's right. A little bit of jazz every now and then is okay.
We don't do no down-tempo.
Yeah, no down-tempo.
There's no down-tempo.
No down-tempo, no dogs with capes.
Who came up with a dog with a cape? I've never saw a dog with a cape.
I love how you enjoy doing impression of Mike Francesa, but just that. Just this part.
I hear him coming.
Oh, no, that's me. Sorry.
Who came up with a dog with a cape?
Too many buttons.
When did that arrive?
When did that
I
arrive?
watched Superman for years on television. I never saw a dog with a cape.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
My favorite part of that was when he was like, he was getting beat up or something. He's like, okay, yeah, but like the dog was getting beat up, but he's like, but okay, that's okay, but who put the dog with a cape?
Yeah. I didn't like the dog getting tossed around a bit, but that's okay.
But that's okay, whatever.
You know what movie's of interest now? First of all, it seems like The Naked Gun is getting decent reviews.
You've said that.
Yeah, and this new movie, Weapons, that just came out on the weekend, it's a kind of a creepy one, I think, for suspense. It's where all the kids in a certain class go missing at the same time one night. And then...
Oh, is that with the girl from... what's the...
Julia Garner, I believe, who's also the Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four movie.
What's the Netflix one?
Ozark?
Ozark.
Yeah, I think she's in Ozark.
Ruth in Ozark, right?
Was she? Yeah, I never watched that.
You haven't seen Ozark?
Isn't it just Breaking Bad in a different part of the world?
Kind of, but it's really good.
Okay.
It's different. It's so different.
Ozark was on... Who was the star in that? Oh, Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
Oh, Laura Linney. She's really good.
It was fantastic. If you, Reid, you need to start watching
But isn't
Ozark.
the premise, though, that they're
money launderers?
Quote unquote normal they're money launderers, not drug dealers like Walter White. Oh, we'll see what happens. Okay.
Well, yeah, you need to watch it. Like it's a must watch.
Okay.
That could be like your top. That could be catapulted in like your top 10 list.
Oh, it's that good, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. It is that good.
Jason Bateman, now 56 years of age. Doesn't look it.
If you do want to come, I just saw that the Elks tweeted out a video of Lieutenant Eric calling everybody to join him on the Edmonton Sports Talk Labor Day bus presented by Canadian Club. You can get those tickets if you go on our website, edmontonsportstalk.com, click on Labor Day bus. And when you go to get your tickets, you use the promo code EST, and that'll save you $25. But you get a ticket to the Labor Day Classic in Calgary, Monday, September 1st. Transport to and from Calgary on a coach bus. 2 Canadian Club beverages on the way to the game, as well as a post-game pizza meal on the bus.
Oh, nice.
The bus leaves from Commonwealth, so they'll get you there and back. I've never been on a Labor Day bus. Have you?
Long time ago. Yeah.
And
like 97 or 9. I think it was 98. I think it was the Kay Stevenson year.
And I'm going to be on that bus. I can't wait. I've heard there's going to be karaoke. Now, if you were, pressed, like Reid, you have to do a karaoke song. It's
right now?
Life or death. No, like in a situation. What would be
Pour
your
Some
song?
Sugar.
Pour Some Sugar.
Yeah. Well, and Talk Dirty to Me by Poison would be up there too.
Really?
You know why, Jay? Because I've never seen you look so good, and you never act the way you should. And I like it, quite frankly.
I like it.
Ben is like, what is happening?
Yeah. Who is this? Who's Poison?
I recognize it.
Oh yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah.
Though I will say the one Poison song that really stood up is Every Rose.
Ooh.
Isn't that the one?
Yeah.
Because they had a good string of hits like Fallen Angel, Unskinny Bop. Talk Dirty to Me is up there for sure, I would think. But I think that Every Rose has its... Would that be most associated with Poison for people who weren't Poison fans or who were born after Poison was...
Every Rose.
Yeah. Well, you got to love the
storm.
power ballads, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't the song start with just him sighing? Like, and then it goes into the song.
Is it whistling?
I think he sighs. That's
I'm thinking
that's Patience by Guns N' Roses. That's amazing. It's just,
I can whistle that whole
thing. He's mixing his hair metal power ballads all together.
I can whistle that like nobody's business.
He's mixing these. He's mashing them all together. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's really good. Did you practice that when you were a kid?
I just have always been able to whistle that like very, very well.
Well, that was really good. I'm a little shocked, to be honest with you. It's always something about your musical ability or career that surprises me. Okay, so what were we talking about? We're going to go backwards. GNR, Poison, karaoke, the Labor Day bus. Oh, the Elks.
Hey, tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, what's going on with the Labor Day bus? Can people still go?
Yes. This will sell out. So if you want to do it, get on it. Do it now because this will sell out. That should be our off-topic topic tomorrow. Is what is your go-to karaoke song, and why?
Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. Write that down. So Ben, write that down. So we don't forget.
Put that in the list.
Put that on. I don't even know where our list is.
Yeah, put it on a sticky
Write it down
note
somewhere.
Yeah, write it down.
Stick it on something. What's your filing system? Write that down somewhere and stick it on something.
Bret Michaels sure hasn't aged.
Yeah, and he's got, I think he's diabetic or something, like since he was a little kid.
Have you ever seen him without his bandana on? Or like, it's not a full bandana, it's like a thick,
you know what? I don't know if I ever have.
Like, what do you think he's hiding?
I don't know.
Because he has, like, do you think that hair's real?
In the Poison days, did he ever not have it on? I guess now he always has it on. Maybe he's just balding and covers it up, or it's just part of his look.
Like, I'm going to Google Bret Michaels without, it says without bandana. Like, he must be bald, right?
He must be.
Because it's a very thick bandana.
Right.
Like, it comes, like, I wonder if his hair is real.
I never even thought of that.
I wonder if his hair is even real.
I had never once thought about Bret Michaels' hair nor bandana. I'm just, you look how you look. There, Ben.
Oh, he put it on the wall.
A random spot on the wall.
That's about as random as
Ben.
you can get.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if he's just got like a really bad receding hairline.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, just own it, baby.
Well, the lead singer Leopard is just like, I got gray hair. I'm not dying anymore.
Gray hair's fine.
Yeah. Well, and you're still rocking in your 60s and playing to large crowds.
I think you're okay.
Good for you. Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to hold that one over you that you have gray hair. You're old. What do you expect?
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow so people can think about it. We'll do the off-topic for the your go-to.
Oh, look at this. Nate the Builder.
Tomorrow.
Speaking of,
I know that guy.
This is your dad.
Oh boy.
He saw Weapons this weekend. It was awesome. Very well done.
He didn't take you, Ben?
He didn't take you?
No, I'm not.
Or were you curled up in the basement and hung over?
Saturday maybe.
Probably.
I'm not his movie child. That's my sister. He likes going to movies with my sister. So that's okay. I assume he took my sister.
Is it creepy? Did he say it was creepy?
He didn't. He said it was excellent. Taco says everybody I've talked to that has seen Weapons says it's one of the best horror movies in the last decade. Can't wait to see it.
Oh, nice. Well, the director did a movie 2 or 3 years ago. I haven't seen it either. I think it's called Barbarian. That was quite well received. Have you seen that one, Ben?
I'm not a big movie guy.
Okay.
Honestly. I haven't
you kids
lot.
and your attention span.
Yeah, I'm a big TikTok guy.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm back to the off-topic topic for William Huff. Worst attempts at scamming you. This one comes in. It says, someone tried calling my grandparents' house and claiming that my grandpa had done some unusual activities. But his grandpa had been deceased for 3 years at that point. That's a swing and a miss.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the worst attempt at scamming of all time.
Yeah, that's not good. And sometimes the meanest thing you can do to the scammers if they phone you is just keep them on the line and waste their time.
It's a passion of mine.
Yeah.
If they ever get me and I'm in a little bit of a mood, I'll keep those CRA agents on. And I'll ask them so many tax questions.
Right.
And then they start, once they know the gig is up, they'll usually start going to really bad swear words about, my wife, my mother.
Right.
know,
deal.
they don't like that.
Yeah, well, too bad for them.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube channel that I subscribe to. It's called Pleasant Green, and this guy basically he posts YouTube videos on taking scammers and baiting them into whatever, and then taking them and throwing them in weird situations where they're having showed their face and stuff and all this, and so it's all it's hilarious. He trolls around with them and hopes that it gets rid of them, but he's hilarious. He has a lot of technology that can find stuff.
Oh wow! Have you ever seen the ones with bikes where they set people up to steal bikes, and either they tie a rope to the bike to a tree and the person doesn't notice, or the seat suddenly
falls off.
Falls through,
right?
And you're left with a ow moment. Those are the best.
Those are
that's a rabbit hole
instant,
right there.
Yep.
I could fall down that rabbit hole quite easily.
Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Experience all the excitement of the casino in the palm of your hand. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 using the EST exclusive promo code EST Casino for a $50 casino bonus. You go to playalberta.ca or go on the app, click on sports, click on EST specials. You'll see Mr. Milne's play of the day and a bunch of other fun wager possibilities that we have going through Edmonton Sports Talk. Jake Lanferman is the head coach of the Edmonton Riverhawks. He's going to join us at about 20 after 5. So we'll do buying or selling in the next segment. I'll just quickly, Riverhawks, I went to the game Saturday. They lost 3-1. I think around 5,900 fans were there. Pretty good. Pretty nice night. But Victoria, their pitcher had a good performance.
The Harbor-Cats.
The Harbor-Cats, yes. What is a Harbor Cat? So then yesterday, Bruce Simpson from William Huff and all the what do we call this? The wrap. Looks incredible. It's up around the office here in the hangover.
It's the William Huff
down,
advantage.
Down our main hallway.
Yeah.
We actually have a main hallway here at the new HQ. So he was kind enough to invite my parents and I into their box yesterday. I mean, basically halfway between first base and home.
Beautiful.
And the on-deck circle for the Harbor-Cats was right in front of us. And I was like, oh, this would be an incredible heckling opportunity. But I decided not to take it.
Why? Why not?
Well, I didn't. What do I gain from that, heckling 20-year-old kids from Victoria?
Mad
or
respect
from around the
Bruce,
world?
probably. Bruce would be like, I didn't know you had that in you, Reid.
So the Riverhawks jump out to a 6-0 lead
over the Harbor-Cats.
And then I think the Harbor-Cats got 2 in the 5th or the 6th, 6-2. The Riverhawks, I think, got 2 back in the 7th, so it's 8-2. And then top of the 9th, they got a runner on. Oh, they got another. Oh, the bases are loaded. There's only one out. Oh, there's a couple runs in. Oh, hit by pitch. It got to 8-7 before the Riverhawks got a fly ball to right field to put it away. So we got to ask Coach Lanferman about going through that. And did not Steve Hogle tell us on Friday that some players are... So Carson Latimer, who we interviewed, got drafted. So it's like you go off to your organization. Didn't he say some other players were on pitch counts? Well, and they can't use them anymore by their college teams.
By their college teams. Right. Say, no, you can go play baseball in the summer, but this is all you're allowed to do. And you're up against that now. And school's starting. So training camps are starting for these colleges.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys are leaving. It's a very interesting time of the year.
I think that's why Portland and some of those teams are good, because they keep the players longer. So I think we'll have to ask Jake. I think a young man from Beaumont pitched game 1 in Victoria on Friday. And got the win, but it's a really we're very lucky in this town. I mean, you have the Oilers in the best hockey league in the world, doing very well right now. I know the Elks are in a downturn here, hoping to build, but people still care. I think we saw that at the Nasty Bash. I mean, everybody was watching the game, and then you and I love U of A and a lot of the college athletics, the junior football, and the Riverhawks and Stingers are both newer. Grand scheme of things, are newer, and both have done a good job grabbing their share of eyeballs and fans. And when I was leaving Saturday, guess who's out there cleaning up and bringing in sandwich boards from outside? Randy Gregg, owner of the team.
Right.
And then yesterday he was taking players around who weren't playing, during the game, meeting fans and giving out baseball cards and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
They just know how to do it. The fan engagement is amazing there.
Well, I don't know if my mom had been in that stadium since we went to a Trappers game when I was probably 10.
Right.
So, and it was fun for my parents to go, and my mom said, like, something's always going on, like on the board, or they had an actual hawk around. So my mom liked that. The corgi was at Saturday's game.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened with the corgi? I can't remember how much Steve told us. So there was a corgi race, and there was one corgi that misbehaved, and the players had to chase around the field. So he became the famous corgi. But they do I was a little surprised they do this. They pick a player on the other team, and he's the weenie of the game, and he just you're encouraged to relentlessly mock him. And I think if he strikes out, they throw hot dogs into the crowd.
50 hot dogs per strikeout.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
He struck out on Saturday night. Yeah. Everyone was fired up.
I love that.
Yeah. So anyway,
and everyone just chants wiener.
Yeah, he's probably like,
when is Edmonton? He's going to bat.
Like,
yeah. Awesome.
Well, I'll be at the game tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Going our friends.
I don't know if
I'll
I'll be able to go tomorrow, but I'm glad I went on the weekend. So that was pretty fun.
They are actually Harbor Cat fans, but they've never been to a
too
Riverhawks
bad their
game.
team's out.
Too bad their team got punted. So they'll be.
Though I will
Riverhawks
say this:
fans
I was told that the owner of the Harbor Cats is a big reason Edmonton's in the league.
Oh,
that the Harbor Cats advocated for another. Like, yeah, I know it looks like Edmonton's far away, but we can make it work, and it has been working. Okay, more on the Elks.
Yeah.
Jay's got a lot to say about the running game and playoff hopes and all that kind of stuff. Here comes Ben.
The Edmonton Elks have signed punter Ethan Dwayne after Cody Grace was injured Friday. Dwayne played 4 NCAA seasons split between the University of Buffalo and Old Dominion. He'll join the team for Friday's game against the Argonauts. To the Diamond, the Edmonton Riverhawks face the Bellingham Bells tomorrow in a one-game semifinal, with the winner moving on. That game starts at 7:05. On the ice, Canada kicked off the Helenka Gretzky Cup with a 5-3 win over Finland this morning and will play Switzerland tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. In Ottawa, the Senators have finalized a deal to purchase 11 acres at LeBreton Flats for a new downtown arena with zoning design and cleanup set to begin. The Bakersfield Condors have added 4 new players, including local product Luke Prokop, who appeared in 31 games last season for the Milwaukee Admirals. The sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood the Duke, locally owned and operated, serving the Duke and surrounding areas since '93. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood the Duke. Buying or selling for Damon Bunting, Jay Mill, and Reid WIlkins on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
I do have concerns with Dan Campbell. I love his riverboat gambling style of coaching in a way. One of these years it's going to cost him.
Would Dan Campbell have ran the ball with Marshawn Lynch on the 1-yard line in the Super Bowl that year?
I don't know, because there's a great article in the Washington Post, though, that says Bill Belichick baited Pete Carroll to do that. It was actually a brilliant coaching move by Bill Belichick that forced Pete Carroll to throw that football.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YEG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YEG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Yeehaw! Yee Country Night is back. Celebrate all things country and western Friday, August 15th at 7 p.m. as your Edmonton Elks take on the Toronto Argos. Presented by Coconut Cowboy Rum, this game will feature the 3rd annual EE Bull Riding Competition. Country music all night long, plus a petting zoo and pony rides for the kids. This night is sure to be a blast, so giddy up and get your tickets now, starting at just $20 at goelks.com. You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understand understood.
Goodbye. You sure are going to miss them, but their room would make a great yoga studio. Store their childhood treasures safely with Sentinel Storage and find some space for you. Try 4 weeks free. SentinelStorage.ca.
What do you think this one's called? I think this one's called
I think it's called Easy Street.
Gin Cherry. Yeah, Easy Street.
Good try. It's Win the Battle.
Win the Battle. Sounds like Win the Battle to me. It's time for some limericks. This one comes in from Tube Socks. At the Nasty Bash, Reid and Jay kept their chill while fans got all up in their grills. They smiled through the din as the chaos rolled in. Two cool cats with patience to kill. Nice, very nice. This one comes in from Bronco Nick. Oh, Bronco Nick's on the Hangout tomorrow.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Well, that's stunning.
So he says, maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow at the Hangout. It was great to see you at the Bash. Same to you, Bronco Nick. The Nasty Bash 3.0 was on Friday. Enjoyed myself, although I could not stay.
Okay, yeah, that works.
That works. Yeah. Tommy was styling. Big Uke was profiling. Not sure which one of the two rolled around in the hay.
Oh, my goodness.
Have a great show.
Do you have the...
Yeah. Well done.
Oh, my goodness. That is naughty, Bronco Nick.
You're a naughty boy.
Is he a cheeky bugger? I think he's a cheeky bugger.
Cheeky bugger. Well, I mean, Reid, we didn't even really talk about this yet, but Eric and I were on location yesterday at the Huskies.
Oh, yeah, this is a great story.
Huskies Regina Thunder game. So we do the pregame show. We had the general manager, Jason Lorimer. We had the commissioner of the CJFL, who was in town, Jim Pankovic. And then we had Chris Durham, who was on the Alumni Association. You know Chris Durham.
Yeah, old instructor at Nate.
Yeah, and so we finish our show, and we go and we're standing up on the rail watching the game. And it was an interesting first half. The Huskies ultimately ended up falling to the Thunder, but they went up 13-6 prior to halftime, and that drive was led by Jackson Harnett, who was on this show last week, getting ready for the game. We found out he was aspires to be a pilot.
Right.
So I came up with the nickname for him, Air Show. And I said, you should do like an air show celebration if you have a big play. So this drive he leads, he had a huge run. He had to fight off defenders and threw a deep ball. And then for the touchdown pass, he threw a perfect ball to the receiver. Touchdown Huskies. And sure enough, what does he do? He's celebrating on the field, running to the sidelines, going like this. And my heart was just so happy. And then he came over to the sidelines and everybody's rah, 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 rah. And he looks up at Eric and I and goes, that was for you. I mean, the moxie.
Just seem to remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
He's a cool cat.
That was good.
And
the Wildcats won?
Reid, if I were to tell you that the Wildcats beat Calgary in Calgary and Saskatoon, the number 4 ranked team, Saskatoon, fell to Winnipeg,
right?
You wouldn't believe me.
Well, I saw the results from the weekend, but yes.
So, yeah, Winnipeg beats Saskatoon Hilltops 31-11, and the good guys, the Edmonton Wildcats, pick up their first season opening victory since 2021 as they get 35-19 victory over the Calgary Colts. Way to go, Wildcats. Way to go, Coach Cash. That was awesome.
That's good stuff. Okay.
Very good.
If you're watching on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get to 100 today. Thanks for checking out the show. Maybe you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. We thank you however you are taking in the program. Maybe you're taking us in on a podcast at some point in the future. Buying or selling is presented by Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com. Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Okay, Jay. So, the Elks had positive yards rushing, but from a running back, they had 0 yards rushing. That is not the first time that's happened this year. And they didn't call a run in the second half. They didn't hand the ball off?
Not one. Not one attempt.
So I guess the buying or selling is, can they survive this? Or how do they all of a sudden... Now, a couple games they've run the ball, but generally the running game has been extremely underwhelming, given our expectations.
Yes.
So okay, so here's my questions, my two questions for you. What's wrong with it? And is it fixable? So we don't have to drop Fajardo back 45 times a game with the other team knowing exactly where he's going to be.
You see, a lot of the blame for the running game goes directly on the O-line. But when I was looking back at this, wondering why did they not rush the ball? Why couldn't they run the ball?
Right.
A lot of their runs by design are off tackle. A read play in which, generally you're not going to take those up the middle. You can look like you're going up the middle and then bounce it to the outside.
Okay.
But I've noticed that their receivers are quite bad at blocking downfield.
Okay.
To the point where the opposition will notice that it's a run, know the run's coming, and a defensive back will just simply beat their receiver to the ball.
Okay.
And not even allow the chance to be blocked.
Right.
I think this team needs to engage better in blocking, whether it be the fullback, Tanner Green, whether it's Grahovic that's coming in as the sixth lineman, or whether it's Stephen Dunbar Jr., who's supposed to be blocking a defensive back and they're late on it.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it can be fixed. Now, I did notice this. Steven Sorrells is the offensive line coach, and he's also the run game coordinator. Now, when I looked across the league in the CFL as to who the run game coordinators were for each team, I didn't find any of run game coordinator that was an offensive position. I generally found them to be the linebacker coach or the D-line coach.
Really?
Yes. So maybe this is something where, Sorrells goes across the locker room and talks to Demetrius Maxey and says, hey, you guys are the ones that can stop this.
Right.
How do I beat this? How do I be proactive and beat this defense?
Right.
I think there needs to be some, I don't know if help's the right word, but maybe it's another opinion from somebody else in the run game to maybe get a little bit more creative. I've asked for a counter play all year.
Right.
I have yet to see one.
You've not received one.
A counter play is when one of the guards, the whole O-line blocks this way, but a guard pulls and goes that way and leads a running back up the hole. I have not seen that once.
Okay.
And sure, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But what if it does? It just seems like the blocking schemes that they are putting forth are just not. Maybe they're too. They're too difficult to understand and switch to.
So who has to fix that? Okay. Now, I'm sure some people will say, well, guys, what about the talent on the O-line? Which is a good question. But they have 3 or 4 guys who are proven O-linemen in the league. Or is it even all 5?
Yeah, but if you want to ask about the O-line, this is still the same line that's blocking for Cody Fajardo, that's allowing Cody Fajardo to throw, in this case, Cody
but they're also giving up sacks, though. They're giving up way more sacks than they should.
That's a problem. And Jed Roberts at one point had said maybe Cody's hanging on to the ball a little too long. So there is a bit of give and take there. But, I think their scheme needs to be changed. I think the way that they block, whether it's a man or zone approach, I'm not sure.
Right.
But something's not right. Something's going on where if you run stunts against Edmonton, it's very successful.
But it shouldn't be that easy.
It shouldn't be that easy.
Right.
It shouldn't be that easy having a free rusher come through, even with a 4-man rush.
Well, because I've
even
noticed,
with the blitz.
like, your technical knowledge of football is more than mine, but there's a couple times, several times I've noticed on a replay, there's 2 Elks offensive linemen looking for someone to block. You know how they have their, I'm doing the hands up, looking around thing. And then there's 2 defenders going against one offensive lineman. And he's trying to block one and chip the other one, and that generally doesn't work.
Yeah.
So they're mixing something up somehow.
Well, they're overloading. They're trying to take advantage of numbers. But if you have no one to block, find somebody to block. There's somebody there that could be blocked.
Right.
I just find that there's too many free lanes. So maybe the solution is to really simplify things. I don't know if it's too difficult. I'm not sure.
But Bronco Nick says it in the Nasty Chat. They ran fairly well last year.
Yeah, and there was a different offensive coordinator last year.
Yeah,
so
true.
There was a different scheme. There was a totally different offense. So maybe this offense is just taking a while for this to click, for the run game to click. Because right now it's getting quite exposed.
Yeah, well, it's halfway through the season, and
Yeah.
they've had several disappointing games moving the ball. And I think I got to say that I think Justin Rankin is a talent.
Super
I
talented.
mean, they had that 2nd and 10 where he got the ball in the backfield and looked like it was a little pass where he looked like he was going to be tackled, got away from the guy. It wasn't on the game-winning drive. I think it was earlier in the fourth quarter. Fought, got a first down. The run late against Hamilton, right, when he plowed that guy and carried him several yards. And then even that medium length pass he made to get that drive going on Friday night. I mean, he gets his spot, he catches it, he gets some yards after the catch. He's a very, very good player. And I think I don't think the lack of a running game is on his talent. I mean, some teams it looks like, well, they don't have a good running game. Well, their back just doesn't have the power or the speed. I think Rankin has it, and I kind of think his ability as a running back is being wasted a little bit, quite frankly.
Well, for whatever reason, it seems like the interior of the line, the guards in the center, there's just no way to run there. So I don't know if other teams are loading up there or if it's just they can't handle that. I'm not sure. But I will give Jordan McSimic credit in this, is that you said earlier, they didn't run the ball once in the second half. I don't know if I've ever seen that in my life. A team not attempt.
Now, do you blame him for that? Because you've always said run the damn ball.
No, I commend him for this.
Right.
Because it simply was not working. Now, too many times in prior games, he's changed things too late. Fourth quarter comes and he's finally making these adjustments. Well, no, at halftime, he said, look, it's not our night with the run game. They're kicking our asses in the trenches.
Right.
Let's just forget about the run game, open it up. And, oh, by the way, let's get Justin Rankin outside of the pocket. Let's get him some short dump offs.
And maybe that's going to be their running game.
Like, people forget Justin Rankin was a receiver first.
Right.
He was not a running back his whole career. So he might be the greatest weapon Edmonton has. They have to find a way to get the ball.
He is.
So if you can't get him the ball in the run game, dink, doink, get him little short outs.
Get him touches.
So
that becomes their running game.
Yeah, it's an arm's reach of a run game, right? It's not a run game, but you're still using it. You're just getting it away from the big bad defenders in the middle.
Incredibly high percentage completion.
Incredibly high percentage pass, and you're getting Justin Rankin, who's, I think, by far your most dynamic offensive playmaker.
Yeah, I agree.
You're getting him in space, one-on-one situations, where he can either outrun you or out-strengthen you. Like he's a stiff-arm machine. So put it in his hands, give him space if it's not working. So I commend Jordan McSimic for doing that and trusting his process that this is not working, but let's get him the ball in different ways.
All right. We, of course, are in the Banquet Studio every Monday. Bowl for just $2 all day at the Banquet Bar. Walk in, grab your friends, and start your week with some fun. Get real, play hard at the Banquet. We're going to have Jake Lanferman, Riverhawks head coach, coming up. More discussion about the Elks, their upcoming game against Toronto. And, we got to be realistic that even with 10 games left, it's a really, really big hill to climb to make the playoffs, though they took a big step.
You got to have faith
by winning in Montreal. By the way, in that game, so Rankin finished with 4. He caught all 4 of his targets for 88 yards, including a 43-yarder, which would have been that screen pass. But yeah, the rushing, he had 5 carries for 0 yards. So, I mean, you would like Rankin to touch the ball probably 15 times because usually you might think maybe he gets 12 carries and 3 receptions or even more than that. So can you get him a dozen touches? Well, I guess, I mean, they might have a game where they can run. I mean, Toronto doesn't stop anybody.
Get him 10 touches and get him 10 passes. Like little short ones.
You'd throw to him that much, eh?
Oh, yeah. I would. I mean, there's just so many different ways you can get him the ball. He's a competent receiver. He can catch the ball. He can run good routes. I mean, that would be something that would, if you start as a running back in the backfield and then you go out and you line up as a receiver, that's something that defenses can't just adjust to right away because in a lot of situations, you're going to have somebody now that is covered by a linebacker.
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, if Justin Rankin goes out beside Stephen Dunbar and nobody comes out with him, well, guess what? Now you know that defense is in zone. So there's Cody, there's your first read. You now know they're in zone. There's so many ways to move people in and out of the backfield that are advantageous to the offense.
You know who I liked? The new guy, that Benjamin Victor.
He had a great performance.
4 receptions for 48 yards.
Yeah, and those were, like we said in the postgame, like Cody was throwing the ball 8 yards upfield, but 45 yards across the field. Montreal was giving up those little outs that you'd catch at 6, 7, 8 yards and turn into a first down. So if that's what they're giving you, pump it. Because that's it. You're moving the ball. That's fine.
780-218-9999 is how you text the afternoon inbox, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 restaurant. Entire menu 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. 5 o'clock break.
2 guys and a goalie.
When I played against Jason Smith and Jr., and it was only a couple of times, it always shocked me, his transition. Oh, this is a skilled puck-moving defenseman. We had this thing, we called it the Cobra Kai. Like he would basically grab people by the throat and one-arm them down. It was obviously a holding penalty now, but he would do it all the time, and he was vicious.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Win a trip to Osheaga with the Banquet in Aperol. We're sending one lucky guest to Montreal with flights, hotel, and 2 tickets to one of Canada's hottest music festivals. Enter by July 26. Details in store or on the Banquet app. Get real. Play hard.
You know Dawn. Everyone knows Dawn. Dawn from
Frontier Cartage. That's right, it's me, Dawn from Frontier Cartage, where we're setting the standard for cartage service in Edmonton and beyond, offering city cartage, Alberta highway, short haul deck, and more. My team and I are bringing our years of industry experience and expertise to every mile.
Join Dawn and her boys in a new chapter in transportation excellence, dedicated to exceptional service. Call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches, to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
The Edmonton Elks have brought in punter Ethan Dwayne after Cody Grace was injured Friday. Dwayne spent 4 NCAA seasons between the University of Buffalo and Old Dominion and will play Friday against the Toronto Argonauts. To the Diamond, the Edmonton Riverhawks take on the Bellingham Bells tomorrow in a 1-game semifinal, with the winner advancing. That game starts at 7:05. On the ice, Canada opened the Holinka Gretzky Cup with a 5-3 victory over Finland this morning and will face Switzerland tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. In Ottawa, the Senators finalized a deal to buy 11 acres of the Brenton Flats for a new downtown arena with zoning, design, and cleanup now underway. And the Bakersfield Condors will sign 4 new players, including local product Luke Prokop, who played 31 games last season for the Milwaukee Admirals. Reid and Jay return on the Reid WIlkins Show for the final hour. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
So how do we know when we're on, Ben?
What do you say?
What are you like? Do we just start?
I don't know. I thought you'd be able to hear the music.
Yeah, I heard the music, but I don't know what's really when we're on.
You know what I think?
What should I do? Should I just scream?
I think that when you do your sports update, I've always thought of this. If I was doing a sports update, I'd want to come up with a cool ending phrase. Like, Reid, you always sign off. Do you always sign off the show the same kind of way? You say something? Like, see you tomorrow. Or like...
Yeah, I say something.
Who's the global...
Oh, you say have a good night or take care or something.
Yeah. There's a global anchor on, I think, Global National. She signs off every night by saying, like, something like, talk to you later, or see you. It's the same every night.
Okay.
So I think we should take in some requests.
Yeah.
As for Ben, what he should say, because right now you say...
He does have a way, doesn't he?
Well, I know, but it's the same as, like, you know, I want Benny Boy to stand out a bit.
Okay.
You know,
I'm open.
Because you say, I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
Yeah.
Like, say his name, like, in a real weird way.
Yeah, or...
Now you're up today.
Max Mazuzu, I'm Ben, and you've been updated.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way to do
contender.
Yeah.
But what if you change something subtle every time? Like
what?
You added a middle name to your name. I'm Ben Reginald Thompson, and you have been updated. Or you could say, I'm Ben Ferdinand Thompson, and you've been updated. I think something
We'll work on it.
We'll workshop this.
I think he should use his actual name, personally.
Maybe I maybe I do the middle name. I asked ChatGPT what middle name I should do.
What did it say?
Well, let's
Patrick?
Let's ask it.
Do you have a middle name?
I do.
Care to share?
Archer.
Archer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, now we got to
cool
use that.
I'm Benjamin Archer Thompson.
You should just go by Ben Archer on air.
Ben Archer.
I'm Archer.
I'm serious. I'm being serious.
Yeah,
that's a sick name.
At school, people always like the instructors and stuff have always said like, "Oh, give yourself an on-air name," and I never really I was like, "Oh, Benny."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is common knowledge or not. Morley Scott. That's his middle name. His name is Morley Scott Wombold.
Oh.
Yes, his actual name is Morley Wombold. I hope I'm not ruining Morley's life by saying this.
I don't know how you could.
I think a lot of people know that.
My name's Jason John, and you're up to date. That's my middle name.
Yeah, see, yours doesn't work as well.
If I had a middle
Ben Archer,
if I had a middle name of Archer, I would be breaking that out.
I like my middle name. That's my parents almost named me Finn. That would have been a no-go. I would have legally changed my name.
Your middle name or your first name?
My first name.
No, is your first name just Ben?
No, it's Benjamin.
It is Benjamin?
Yeah.
Not Benjamin? Because isn't
Benjamin Victor.
Benjamin Victor.
So there has to be something with the Archer angle here. Or you just say, I'm Benjamin Archer Thompson, and
That's too long.
Ben
That's too
updated.
Long. I like Ben Archer has a great ring to it. That's very actory. Like that's the name that's above the title when you go see an action movie.
The Ben Archer Show?
Ben Archer stars in Project Apocalypse.
I'm Ben Archer.
Like, it sounds like Jack Reacher.
And you're out of the crosshairs.
I was trying to think of an Archer way.
Hitting the mark with Ben Archer. There's your talk show right there.
I'm Ben Archer. Bullseye. Do it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's it.
I think that's really...
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Ben Archer.
I think you need to think about this. I mean, I think that... Sorry.
No, what if he changed the tone of Bullseye every time? I'm Ben Archer. Bullseye.
I like that.
I'm Ben Archer. Bullseye.
Okay. Well, how do I say like you're up to date though? Like I'm gonna do this in the next sports break.
Well, that's it. You stop. You say you don't need.
I don't say that you're updated.
You don't need to proclaim that you're up to date because you've already made them up to date.
Okay.
You just spoke those words.
Yeah, but it's just a sign off.
But so is Bullseye.
That's true. That's true.
So I'm Ben Archer. Bullseye.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd go, boy.
But Ben Archer has a great ring to it. That has a great ring to it. I don't know if people change their names as much as they used to for on air. I mean, clearly there are some disc jockeys who aren't using their real names.
We've got a couple suggestions that have come in on the afternoon inbox. Deaky Sparks says, how about Go F yourself, San Diego.
That's funny.
Tay says, you've been jamming with Ben. And Grumpy Cat says, Ben should end every update with, and now you know the rest of the story.
Ooh. Well, maybe not.
He says, is he old enough to know the rest of the story?
No.
What was that guy's name? I forgot already.
I don't know. It's the first time hearing it.
Yeah, he always did, and now you know the rest of the story. What was his name? Anyway, it was always a radio bit.
Interesting. Well,
Paul Harvey,
Paul
signature
Harvey, yeah.
sign-off from the American radio broadcaster.
I can't believe I forgot that. All right. Interesting stuff. We're going to have Jake Lanferman from the Edmonton Riverhawks on in a few minutes. The Elks play home to Toronto on Friday. So it'll be a 7 o'clock game, play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. We will have coverage starting with the Green and Gold kickoff show with Jason Milne and Matt Iwanek at 6. That's when my 2 weeks off starts.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm really rolling. I'm kind of, I don't know if you noticed, I might be a little bit. Well, I was still working. Wasn't I?
Let's just say this. I mean, Reid is such a perfect, beautiful man. He was just sitting in our little bullpen getting ready for the show, and all he's looking at is his Fringe Festival playbook, you want to call it, or schedule program.
Yeah.
And he just kept flipping through it, and then he'd put it down for a couple minutes, and we'd talk about something. Then he'd pick it up and flip to another page. It's like, you know, when the Sears catalog came, or like the Canadian Tire Christmas catalog came, and it was all the Christmas toys, and you could say, "Oh my God!" Like that is what you are. And I was surprised how much that didn't leave your hand. I'm surprised you don't have it
I almost brought it in. Well, I booked 2 shows today with Zip.
What'd you book?
I booked Scratch for Saturday at 6:30 and 100% Wizard for Saturday at 8:30. Same venue, the Granite Curling Club. And this 100% Wizard guy, he comes.
Granite?
Yeah, I know. And he comes every year, and he's one of those guys I always hear he's good, and I've never seen him. And I think he does kind of magic and comedy or something like that. So we're going to those. So I now have, okay, but I got to tell you everything that's going on, okay?
Okay.
Well, I've talked about this a bit on air. So I have 2 weeks off. So I work until the Friday, and then I'm not back until the day after Labor Day. So 2 weeks plus the long weekend, okay?
Our 1 year anniversary.
That's right. It will be, and hopefully another Labor Day win for the Elks, which, well, maybe we can still have the playoff stuff. I got to say this, though. When were the games decided? These 4 games this week in the CFL. Overtime.
So overtime in BC.
When the winning points
BC
were
at
scored.
Hamilton, yep, overtime.
So BC, really the last play of the game in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
15 seconds left for the Elks. 41 seconds left for Ottawa. Last play of the game for Calgary. The earliest the winning points were scored in the 4 CFL games last week. 41 seconds left.
Fantastic.
So the Elks actually had the second earliest win by scoring with 15 seconds left, because then 2 of them were on the last play of the game, and one of those was in overtime. Pretty incredible. So,
great finishes.
So once I'm off work, so Friday night I'm going to go to the Elks game. Okay, I've signed up for the 5K on Sunday. Okay, I'm going to run a 5K. I've never really shared my full running story, but I've alluded to the fact everybody knows I used to run a lot. Haven't run a half marathon since 2019, partly because of COVID and then partly because of an injury with my feet. Mm-hmm. That's probably going to limit me for the rest of my life. But I am going to do the 5K.
Nice.
Okay. So next Thursday, the 21st, my 2 cousins from Ontario are coming out. 23rd, I have a cousin getting married. That's why they're coming out. The Friday in between, I'm available and already have been enlisted to help with some setup things for the wedding. So the final 4 days of the Fringe, probably no go for show. Maybe the last day. Okay. So the 21st to the 24th, probably won't be able to go to the Fringe. Can't go Friday because of the football game. Probably won't go to anything Thursday night. So that leaves me those 5 days to see shows.
Saturday,
so
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday,
I gotta book
Wednesday.
So I've got 2 shows booked for Saturday, 3 for Monday, 1 week for today, and 2 for next Wednesday. So I gotta get things going here, Jay.
Looks like you got room to spare, brother.
I can't dilly doddle.
We gotta get Sunday filled.
Yeah, Sunday could go late afternoon or evening. Now, Sunday's going to be a pain because most of Jasper Ave is shut down most of the day, right?
Oh, right.
For the half marathon. But that's why I'm pouring over that program thinking, okay, and did I say this? I bought a double frequent fringer pass. So
no, I don't believe you did.
So you get 20, a frequent fringer pass is 10 tickets. A double is obviously 20. And you can use it for a maximum of 2 tickets to the same show. Okay. Now, I'm not going to use all those tickets myself. So what I've done, because all these 7 shows I have booked is all with a friend. Okay. Zip for the first 2, another friend for the other 5.
Okay.
So they're gonna pay me back for their tickets, right? But it's a little bit off what a regular ticket price would be. So now I have 8 tickets left on my fringer pass. So I may take other people or whatever, but still, I got to get planning. I got to get going here.
You anxious?
Yeah, but in a good way, I think. Well,
I think so.
Hopefully, I'm not just going to annoy.
You're like a kid in a candy store.
But speaking of the Edmonton Marathon, it is on Sunday. The founder and president of the running room that puts on the Service Edmonton Marathon, John Stanton, is going to be on this show.
Oh, wow.
How exciting is that?
That's
so
great.
This is your chance.
Yes.
To get tips, Jay.
Okay. I will.
This guy knows his running. I believe John, if he's not in his 80s, he's close. Okay. And he knows a lot about running, and he's run a lot himself, as you'd probably expect. But his story is, I think, late 30s, 40-ish, like he was out of shape and smoked and started running, and then like, holy crap, and creates the running room.
Wow.
And now, I mean, it's a very well-known, obviously, national store.
Yep.
So this is your chance, man. If you're like, okay, I got 5 days to prepare, what's a main tip or two? He'll be on. You got to ask these.
This is tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 4, he's scheduled to join us.
Well, I will have some questions.
Yeah, have some. He loves talking about running.
One of them's going to be, is there a secret, like in every video game or racing game, there's usually a shortcut? Is there a secret shortcut out on the racetrack
like
somewhere?
Like the Motorway Mania that you've been playing, American Speedway.
Like I could just cross through?
I don't think you would not feel good about yourself if you took a shortcut.
You know what they say, Reid? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Well, they do say that. I don't know if
I
they
couldn't
are
live
always
with
right.
myself, Reid. I couldn't live with myself. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror.
No, you wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to do that.
I wonder though. That would be a good. Like I want to ask him. Like, how many people have you caught cheating?
That would be a good question. Has anybody ever tried to cheat in the Edmonton Marathon or half marathon?
Because I'm sure there has.
No, if you're at the competitive level, then you'd probably be caught. If you're an everyday runner, but it's like, okay, good for you. Like you're lying about your time. Like, good for you.
It's like lying about
you
golf
could have
score.
run a 2:10 and you ran a 1:55 because you cheated. Big deal.
Be an interesting one. There has been.
We'll find out. All right. We'll find out more about the Edmonton Riverhawks. Big game tomorrow, North Final. Their head coach, Jake Lanferman, when we get back.
The Edmonton Elks have added punter Ethan Dwayne after Cody Grace was injured Friday. Dwayne spent 4 NCAA seasons between the University of Buffalo and Old Dominion and will be in lineup for Friday against the Argonauts. To the Diamond, the Edmonton Riverhawks take on the Bellingham Bells tomorrow in a one-game semifinal with the winner advancing. That game starts at 7:05. On the ice, Canada kicked off the Holinka Gretzky Cup with a 5-3 win over the Finland this morning and will face Switzerland tomorrow at 7:30. In Ottawa, the Senators have finalized a deal to buy 11 acres at the Brenton Flats for a new downtown arena with zoning, design, and cleanup now underway. The Bakersfield Condors have signed 4 new players, including local product Luke Prokop, who appeared in 31 games last season with the Milwaukee Admirals. On the other side of the break, Reid and Jay talk with Riverhawks coach. I'm Ben, and you've got the Archers update.
the oil stream.
Who are the top 5 Oilers captains in franchise in history?
Moose number 1.
Moose ahead of Gretz?
Yes.
Okay, who's number 2? Wayne?
It's got to be Wayne.
Where do you go from here?
Well, let's go through Bucky.
Yes. Shane Corson.
Dog Wade.
Where does McDavid stack up in all of this?
I think he's pretty high up on the list.
The oil stream presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YEG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YEG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Avocado and feta dip, passion fruit cheesecake, and cocktails that taste like summer in a glass. Try the new feature menu at The Banquet. Refreshing, craveable, and made for sunny days. The Banquet. Get real. Play hard.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Okay, 2 kids, 2 backpacks, lunch bags. Wait, where are the school books? Back to school doesn't have to mean the everyday rush and stress of looking for your kids' items. Have more zen in your mornings. Find space for your family's needs with Sentinel Storage. Go back to school with 4 weeks free. Reserve your space today and find the peace of mind your morning needs. Visit sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
All right, playoff baseball in Edmonton. There were 2 games over the weekend. The Riverhawks lost Saturday, but won Sunday to eliminate Victoria 2-1 in the best of 3. So now it's single elimination. North final tomorrow at Remax Field. Riverhawks against Bellingham, and the winner goes into the West Coast League Championship game on Thursday. The site for that game to be determined. Man, oh man, great vibe at the ballpark. Like I was saying, I went to both games over the weekend. A lot of excitement, a lot of drama, and to discuss that and more, Jake Lanferman, head coach of the Riverhawks. Jake, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks for hopping on. I know it's busy, and I'm glad this is a preview interview as opposed to putting a cap on the season, because you guys got it done yesterday. Look, I got to start, though, with the end of that game. You guys played great. You had an 8-2 lead, and it became very tense in the top of the 9th. What was it like managing and coaching through that, and sort of what happened to allow Victoria to make it close?
Yeah, not the way you want to finish it, but we came out the win, so not too many worries after that. But yeah, it's stressful. Austin Egan's the guy we brought in. He's been doing a really good job of what he does all year round, and he didn't have his best last night. A couple hit batters, a double down the line, and you got a ball game with the tying run on second and the winning run at first. And we bring in Brandon Craven, and kudos to him. I mean, that's a big spot, a lot of adversity, and to fill it up and get the fly ball out to move us on to the next round is all we can ask for. I mean, we're going to a single elimination game now, and I mean, yeah, it's a different feel than the 3-game set, but you got to start early, and I thought we did a really good job putting up 6 runs in the first. You get that run support, you chalk up 2 more in the 6th, and hey, that insurance run in the 6th, that was the game. So it was fun. It was sweating a little bit as a coach, but hey, we got her done.
Yeah, I think you might have mentioned him, but can you just touch on your starting pitcher yesterday? Because I think he went 8 in the 3rd before
Yeah,
finally.
Miles Chamberlain did an incredible job, and that's what we're flirting with. Send him back out. He was extremely dominant. He's at 100 pitches going back out in the ninth, and he got the first one pretty seamlessly, and then things start to turn into a little bit more of a ball game. And but yeah, I mean, I think he struck out 7. He got the win. He stepped up massively for us, and it was really fun to watch him. All summer, but last night especially.
Can you touch it? Because I know we've talked before, and we had Steve on Friday as well to tee up those weekend games. This is not. Well, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'll tee up, and you can tell me if I'm misreading things. Like, this is not an easy team to manage because you have to worry about all the tactical stuff, and your roster can really change, right? I mean, we interviewed Carson Latimer. The next week he gets drafted. So long. And do you have other players who are on pitch counts like imposed by their colleges and stuff like that?
The guys we have now are pretty well built up, and then they're here for a reason to get innings. And like even Hemmerling, game 1, he throws a complete game, 1-run game, and he just was in a spot where he didn't get as many innings as he liked in the spring. So hey, we can use him for 30 to 40 innings, right? Latimer, that's a completely different story because he's a draft eligible guy, and he's a guy ready to get drafted. So we're trying to micromanage him early on so that when that happens, hey, we have other arms that can step up. But it's just playing a lot of Jenga. It's tough roster management wise. It's tough getting in guys that can compete at this level and take you the back half and make a playoff run. It's unique. There's a lot about it that is unique in this league, but it's fun. It's fun to manage all the guys, and yeah.
Okay. Well, and I was really interested. First of all, you have one of the best names in sports, Max Stagg. You're Australian, I think, center fielder. You have a couple players who I believe are playing in North America, but are Japanese. So it's and you have a good collection of Alberta guys and then even some Edmonton area guys. So it's like, is it fun in that clubhouse with guys from different parts of not just North America but the world?
Yeah, it's the best. All the guys bring in different pieces of puzzle, and the atmosphere. I think that's a massive reason as to why we've been winning so much in the back half. This group just wants to win. When you have that in the clubhouse, it's fun. It's fun to be around every day. It's easy to manage when everybody's going to compete at their best. And I thought on the back half, we've done just a really, really strong job of winning baseball games, clinching the back half with the North and continuing to run with it.
All right, so I got a question here. I got to thank my dear mother for this one because she got to cover the game yesterday, her first Riverhawks game, and she said, "How do they get these players?" And I said, "Well, I think there's some recruiting and stuff like that, and they get billeted while they're here, I think." And then she said, "So are they going to be on the team next year?" And I said, "I think so. I don't think they have to re-recruit the entire team, but how does that work for carrying guys over from year to year?"
Yeah, and then that process begins a week after here in August and early September. The only league we lose guys to that still have eligibility would be primarily the Cape Cod League. That's the only standout league that's maybe, the talent's all the exact same level, but that is the Premier League. And I think we're a fight for 2 with a couple other leagues. The MLB Draft League that was established post-COVID is a really strong one too. So unless guys are getting opportunities to go play in the Cape or their coaches from their universities are sending guys certain places, like we only get underclassmen from some schools, and there's a lot that goes into it. We obviously have the guys that perform at a high level we want to bring back, and but a couple of those guys, you mentioned Max Stagg, he's looking to probably make that pro step next year. And if that's UCSB wanting him to go to the Cape instead of coming back, or the draft league, then unfortunately we wouldn't get him back. But hey, a lot of things can happen. And sometimes the players love the spot so much and they come back against what they're supposed to be doing, I guess.
Okay, and I want to get to a scouting report on Bellingham, who's here tomorrow for the North Final, 7 p.m. Remax Field. Go to the Riverhawks website to check out how to get tickets. A story for the Riverhawks, and I know we keep bringing it up, but it keeps on being a story, is that it's fun to go to the ballpark. It's in a cool part of the city, and you guys set attendance records, quite frankly, year after year, even in your young history.
Yeah.
Like how, I know the players are there to play and win, but how aware are they of that? That like I'm sure some of these American guys didn't know the first thing about Edmonton. Like how aware are they where it's like, man, oh man, we got a cool thing going on here besides winning games.
Yeah, and it's part of the recruiting process. It's not as difficult to recruit to a place where we're getting 6,000 or 7,000 a night, right? But at the same time, I think they understand how much the city loves sports, how much these crowds that come to the games love these guys and take them in. I mean, I know it. I've grew up here. I know how passionate we all are about everything, right? Which makes it special seeing it unfold and being a part of it on the coaching staff. But it's just fun. I think we went 21-6 at home the whole year. Like if that's not a home field advantage, I don't know what is. The guys seem to just always get up to the next level when we have these bigger crowds. Canada Day, sellout. I think last 4 years, knock on wood, we've always won Canada Day. It's fun to watch them get that taste of pro baseball. It is in that aspect. You can go play minor league somewhere and play in front of 2,500, 3,000 a night. And we're just in such a good spot here. And they're all just competitive athletes. They want to win. They want to make the city proud. And I thought last year, our first playoff run and Bellingham getting the best of us in round one was a really good growth step for this group. We had a lot of returning guys. These guys you're seeing make big impacts. Reese Hammerling, Miles Chamberlain, they're guys that are here for year 2 or year 3. And yeah, we're just in a really good spot and this group's fun. But yeah, I mean, it's just incredible. The 130,000 fans coming through our regular season is no joke. And we appreciate it for sure.
Jake Lanferman, Riverhawks head coach, joining us here on the Reid WIlkins Show. I wanted to just kind of add to Reid's question there. And when you're going around and you're visiting all these different teams and cities, is there other places that have the vibe, the atmosphere, the stadium that you have at Remax Field in Edmonton? What would be something comparable? Because I've looked around on the West Coast League site, and it looks like there's quite a discrepancy between some stadiums and facilities to what you have right here in Edmonton. So how vast is that disparity?
Yeah, it's extremely vast, and it makes playing games on the road difficult sometimes, right? Victoria and Bellingham are great facilities. I want to say they averaged between 2,000 to 3,000 a night. I mean, any of these parks completely sold out or only getting maybe 3,500, right? It is a massive advantage for us. Our guys are used to it. Some of these teams that come in here and you're playing in front of 7,000 fans, you see the guys, they're nervous, as they should be. It's a lot of people. But your Port Angeleses and those places we go play in where we're lucky if there's 400, 500 people there in the night, it is a lot different. And it makes it exciting to get back home when we're gone for a week. And I know these guys know what's waiting for them when the fans, as soon as we get back. So, but it is a really unique league in that regard too. There's a lot of different places, different environments that we play in. And it makes it fun when we go check out, like Bellingham has a great spot, and it's an old, used to be an old minor ball field for the Mariners organization. I think Ken Griffey Jr. played there when he was in the minors. So it's cool, all the history, but it's definitely different for sure.
Well, and as I was looking at the tickets that are available, I know my family, we're going to be there with our friend's family going to the game. We got our tickets last night as soon as they dropped, and I'm looking now, and I mean, it's now just pretty much the bleachers that are left. So it should be a big crowd tomorrow night. Reid was alluding to this, that they had selected a player on the opposing team on Saturday night as the wiener boy, or
the weenie of the game. Yeah, yesterday too.
Yeah. So does that happen in other cities where the Riverhawks are now getting that kind of visiting team treatment, so to speak?
I mean, I've been telling our management they need a beer batter for years now. So the weenie of the game is a good twist. It makes it that much more difficult for that guy to hit the whole game. But yeah, I think traditional baseball thing. I know I've played in places too where, hey, your beer batter of the night, and everybody in the beer gardens yelling at you to strike out. So it makes it a little bit more interesting. Their twist on it is funny. Sometimes the pitcher's celebration when they finally strike them out, it's almost like we won the World Series during the regular season. But, I mean, it's awesome. It's part of summer ball and the vibe, and the fans seem to be loving it, so it's pretty cool.
So what's the beer batter?
beer bet is notoriously, if that player strikes out, beer goes on sale half price or whatever that promotion is in that place for 5 to 10 minutes. So it gets a little bit more serious, and it's pretty hard to hit when that's on the line and the whole crowd's booing at you. But hot dogs seems to have the same incentive for our fans, so it's working well.
All right. Well, thanks for doing this. We'll end here with a look ahead to tomorrow. Tell people who are going to be going to the ballpark or following online, what can they expect from Bellingham?
Bellingham's a strong team. They've been doing this for 25 years in the WCL. So, it's year 4 for us, and I'm proud of this group. We're competing with the best of the best, and they'll throw it well. They have a lot of strong arms. They play strong defense, and they can hit. There's a reason why they're here. And I think Wenatchee, who they just beat last night in extras, was another really good team. So we get a lot of all these teams in the North. We've played Bellingham 9 times this year, regular season alone. And there's a lot on the line with it being one game. It makes it difficult, but we got it's sour taste in our mouth from last year when they beat us out. So it should be a really good game.
Well, I wish you all the best. And Levi Moon, of course, is Cam's son. And Dylan Flash, I covered other members of the Flash family playing baseball when I worked in Lloydminster. So I'm glad he's keeping that family tradition going as well. That's pretty cool. Jake, you're the best. Thanks so much for doing this. Go get them tomorrow night.
Appreciate it, guys.
Jake Lanferman hopping on, a head coach of the Edmonton Riverhawks. So, what should have been a convincing win, as he was talking about, turned into kind of a wild win last night, 8-2 down to 8-7.
Wow.
But they get the job done, and Bellingham tomorrow night. Anyhow, the playoffs are quick. I know, like, sitting in the stands on Saturday night, people are like, well, wait a minute, like, this is a series, and then this is the first round's best of 3, so I guess each team gets a home game. But then your single elimination after that, because again, these kids are going back to school right away. Right. So they got probably practices and all that stuff to get into. But great to have Jake on the show. Yeah, the Riverhawks are a cool story. It's a great place to watch a game. I know I've said, people kind of don't care if the Riverhawks win or lose. I did not get that sense, though, at the playoff games.
Right.
There was a little more, the crowd was a little more invested in what was happening, which was pretty cool. So hopefully the location of the championship game, I think it depends on what happens tomorrow. In the 2 division finals.
Okay, because there's a Corvallis, I think, is taking on, I don't know what the exact other side. So it must be a lower seed. If they won, then there's a chance the Riverhawks could host.
I thought the Riverhawks were number 1 in the North, but I don't know. We'll see.
Should we do a limerick?
Yeah, let's do one.
This one came in from VR Montenegro. What an excellent display of junior football. Unfortunately, the young Huskies squad did fall. The pilot's first TD throw, we saw the Selly air show. They may be top of the table come the cool fall. So VR joined Eric and I yesterday at the Huskies game, as well as several other ESC listeners. It was a good afternoon. Great day.
Did we do the Big Ukes already?
No, he only sends it to you.
Oh, he only sends it to me. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll have to read it then. Friday night's bash was oh so great. Elks win sure helped us celebrate. Drinks did flow, friendships did grow. At the rugby club, only the satellite reception did we hate. Yes, the game briefly went out, last few minutes of the third quarter?
Yep.
But it came back for the fourth. Good thing it did, because everybody was gathered around watching the end of that game. Like I said, it was pretty cool when Kion Julien-Grant got the game-winning touchdown. He was on this show earlier. If you miss anything, sign up for the podcast for the Reid WIlkins Show, all the other great shows on Edmonton Sports Talk, or you can go back on YouTube and check the segments as well. 780-218-9999 is the afternoon inbox. That's powered by River Crib Resort and Casino, home of the Kitchen Restaurant, Sundays and Mondays. Mondays today, Jay. 50% off the entire menu, available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. All right. We got to do a break. We're going to do words of the day. We got the oil understood for GCL Diesel. But here's Ben Archer.
The Edmonton Elks have signed punter Ethan Dwayne. After Cody Grace was injured in Friday night's game, Dwayne played 4 NCAA seasons, split between the University of Buffalo and Old Dominion, and he'll join the team for Friday's game against the Toronto Argonauts. To the Diamond, the Edmonton Riverhawks face against the Bellingham Bells tomorrow in a one-game semifinal with the winner advancing. The game starts at 7:05. On the ice, Canada opened the Holinka Gretzky Cup with a 5-3 win over Finland this morning and will play Switzerland tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. In Ottawa, the Senators have finalized a deal to purchase 11 acres of the Breton Flats for a planned downtown arena with zoning, design, and cleanup now set to begin. And the Bakersfield Condors have added 4 new players, including local product Luke Prokop, who played 31 games last season with Milwaukee Admirals. We wrap up the show with Reid and Jay on the other side of the break. I'm Benjamin Archer. Bullseye!
EST Afternoons.
From the Edmonton Elks, quarterback Cody Fajardo, 2 former Owls connecting for the game winner there. Just talk about what it meant to pick up that win on the road.
This was a must-win game versus a very good Alouettes team. You have 2 guys that kind of got shipped out of there to end the game the way that it did. It was almost storybook, and you know what? I don't think you can write a better story than the way that game ended.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Good to have you tuning in this afternoon, along with Jason Milne. I'm Reid WIlkins, coming to you from the Banquet Studio. Craving a late night snack? Check out the Banquet's new late night happy hour menu, Sunday to Thursday, 9 p.m. till close. Enjoy favorites like sweet and spicy lettuce wraps or the Banquet Burger at happy hour prices. The Banquet, get real, play hard. Elks play on Friday. We're back. We're always covering the Elks. We will have the Green and Gold kickoff show, 6 o'clock on Friday with Jay and Awanak. They're on after the game for the Green and Gold postgame show. Receiver Kion Julien-Grant was on this program at 4 o'clock. Cody Fajardo, the quarterback for the team, was on with Hernan and Gager at about 2:45 on EST afternoon. So great to have Elks players live on the EST stream. Riverhawks tomorrow, like we were talking about, we just had head coach Jake Lanferman on the show. 7 o'clock game against the Bellingham Bells, right? Remember that day you quizzed me on all the team names?
Yes. Yeah,
so Corvallis is... what's the South final? Is it Corvallis against Bend? Who is it?
Portland.
Oh, okay, so that's the Pickles. And Corvallis, it wasn't the Elks, right? That was
Knights.
Corvallis Knights with a K or with an N?
Knights.
The Knights. Was it the Bend Elks?
Yes. Cowlitz.
Cowbells.
No.
Oh.
Black Bears.
Black Bears, sorry. Why did I think it was the Cowbells?
Marion.
Berries. Marion Berries, yeah.
Port Angeles.
Lefties.
Ridgefield.
Oh, what were they?
I think Jurassic Park.
Raptors?
Yeah.
Okay. Give it away.
Springfield.
Adams?
Drifters. Adams would have been great. Victoria.
Haba Cats.
Walla Walla.
Oh, crap. I've forgotten all these. The Walla Walla Banga Banga.
The Sweets.
Okay.
Wenatchee.
Apple Socks.
Yakima Valley.
Oh. Is that something else to do with a fruit?
I don't know what a pippin is.
Oh, a pippin. Okay. Sure.
What's a pippin? A red and yellow dessert apple.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And
who did we get?
Kelowna.
Okay, there's the... Are they the Southpaws? No, the...
Kamloops is the Northpaws. Kelowna are the...
Falcons.
Yeah. Good job. Nanaimo?
I think are they the Bars? What are they?
They should have been the Bars.
They should have been the Nanaimo Bars.
Oh my gosh. The Nanaimo Night Owls.
Oh, the Night Owls. So I didn't know all the ones I knew before. I still know, and I didn't learn anything new. I have learned absolutely nothing, everybody.
That's not true.
I have stagnated as a human being. All right. The oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid WIlkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. All right. We got the oil stream noon to 1 every Monday, Wednesday, Friday here on Edmonton Sports Talk. What are they doing? They're voting for the most picked on Oiler?
Yeah.
Not picked on. What are they calling it? Criticized Oiler.
The whipping boy.
And the vote today was between Nurse and Schultz. Justin Schultz. And Nurse won. I voted for Justin Schultz.
Really?
I think he wasn't here for as long, but I think he got it harder than Darnell Nurse.
Really?
Yes. Now, the team was crappier, so that probably made his shortcomings, which they really weren't. I mean, he was being asked to do things he probably wasn't capable of doing, like being a true number one defenseman. Like, I remember doing post-game shows where it was just like, get this guy. And he was one of those that he kind of looked the same all the time. You know, didn't react too much, didn't show a lot of emotion. So he's
very
on the
Bouchard like.
Why doesn't he get mad? Why doesn't he break his stick? This guy's such a wimp. Like this, and this. And I mean, he was asked to do a lot on a team that didn't have a lot around him. But I feel like he really got ripped. Really got ripped.
Well,
and then he goes to Pittsburgh. He's slotted in better, and he wins a couple of cups.
But weren't the expectations put on him quite unrealistic?
Yeah, well, Mac T didn't help that.
Right.
I mean, that would be one of my biggest. I love Mac T. He was a regular on Inside Sports one year. He's a great guy to interview. That wasn't like, don't sign a kid out of college and say he has Norris Trophy potential.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I know Peter Chiarelli is hated by most Oilers fans, and I get it. I remember when he was asked his hopes for McDavid as a rookie, he said something like 40 points. Which he got hurt, was right around 40, but he didn't be like, oh, he'll win a Hart in his second year, which he did. Like,
yeah,
you know, like keep it under control. You know what I mean? It's better to undersell and or under promise and over deliver.
See, but both those players have been whipping boys for things that are out of their control for the most part. Like, Schultz didn't live up to those expectations because they were unrealistic.
Right.
They should have never been placed.
No, fair enough.
But Darnell Nurse has been, got somewhat vilified at times because of a contract that he signed.
Yeah, for the
that
most,
had nothing to do with him.
Right. For the most part, Nurse is actually himself. I mean, yes, he's not perfect. He's a pretty good defenseman. He will not live up to that contract because that is the contract of a defenseman with a higher offensive upside, which Darnell generally doesn't have. But I think for the most part, he's been a pretty good player on the team.
So let me ask you this then. If you take out this past season, would you have voted differently? Would you have maybe...
I think Nurse got it more the previous season.
He did for sure.
And he didn't have a great end of the season and playoff in 2024.
So maybe, excluding this past season, you may have switched that vote.
Right.
What's the next? Who's up next?
I can't remember. We'll roll with it day by day. I think there's a bit of a recency bias with Nurse. I remember, and quite frankly, I remember Paul Coffey getting it a lot sometimes.
Next is Pody and Bouchard, I believe.
Well, Pody got hammered. Like, I don't know if it is Bouchard just because it's... Now, too, the guys in this day and age, they don't just have the talk shows like this one. They have all the social media and the blogging, right? But Pody got picked apart pretty quickly.
Yeah. I mean, there's such recency bias throughout this whole thing.
Right. Anyway, Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Players can get a $50 casino bonus by depositing $20 using the code EST Casino. $50 free sports bet by depositing $20 using the code EST Sports. Don't forget to use your game sense. All right, let's wrap her up. We got our words of the day, baby.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Okay. First word of the day, hidebound.
Oh, wow.
Hidebound.
Well, I think it's exactly like it sounds. Hidebound.
Oh.
What was that?
I think that's Rashog's music.
Oh, that was
They got
so
your
right.
back music.
Yeah.
Well, we can play that as the victory one.
So hidebound. No, we don't want that. All right, so hidebound. So I got the spelling, and I think it's like an intense, unavoidable obligation.
You want the sentence?
Sure.
Although somewhat stuffy and strict, the professor did not so completely adhere to hidebound academic tradition that he wouldn't teach class outside on an especially lovely day.
So it's like it's something that is usually strictly adhered to.
Yeah, I think we'll figure it out. Someone or something described as hidebound is inflexible and unwilling to accept new or different ideas.
So yeah, I wasn't quite.
So you got 1 for the spelling. You get a deduction for the sentence. So I'm going to go 1.25.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Okay.
Because I had a general understanding of it, but yeah, calling it an obligation wasn't quite correct, right? Okay. Like I was hidebound to protect who was the princess in Super Mario, the strawberry princess from Bowser?
Princess. What was her name? Was it Strawberry?
Princess Peach or was it Princess Peach?
Princess Peach.
Where's the strawberry princess?
The strawberry princess? There's Princess...
Ben's like, what is this old man talking
There's
about
Daisy.
now? Yeah, from Dukes of Hazzard. All right, what's the second one?
Just don't even think there is a strawberry princess.
Yeah, it's strawberry shortcake.
Well, in my world, yeah, strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, the shortcake.
That's what I'm thinking of. Was she in Super Mario? What's she from?
She's from Shortcake.
Yeah.
She's from the show.
Oh, she's her own hero.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's the star of the show.
Well, color me wrong.
Second word of the day, soporific. Soporific.
How do you spell it? Crap. I'll just go with this one. Soperific. Is there 2 P's? No?
Soporific.
I believe it is the feeling of being tired after eating.
Wow.
Yeah, I know that word, baby.
Wow.
I know that word.
What a twist.
I know that word.
The actual definition is causing or tending to cause sleep.
Oh, so I was not correct then.
Yeah, you were pretty, like that's, to be in the general direction of that is pretty impressive.
So I didn't spell it. I should probably maybe only get 0.8 for the definition. So I get 2.05 out of 4.
That's a pass.
That is a pass. 2.05 out of 4. Oh my goodness. That was fun. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Fun show. We had Kion Julien-Grant from the Elks on the program. We had Riverhawks manager Jake Lanferman on the program. And we just had a lot of hopefully enjoyable banter, even about a miserable part of Jay's weekend, which of course he soldiered through. Tomorrow, running room president John Stanton scheduled to join us. Probably something football related as well. So we'll have another fun day. On behalf of, I don't even know what to call him anymore. Well, Ben Archer. On behalf of Ben Archer at the technical desk and the glue guy, Jason Milne, I'm Reid. Have a great night.